Boom. There you go. We're in. We're there. How you doing, people? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Micks Mowers show, the Mower Man live Saturday night with me, Micks Mowers. Hope you're doing well. What a week. Oh, it's been shoddy. It's not been a very good week. It's absolutely lashing down with rain now as we speak, and it's been lashing down with rain all day long. So I've not been down the shed at all today. Just been taking it up, feet up, in the old recliner, bit of Netflix, mucking about with Riley boy, and just taking it easy. A bit of a chill out day is what we've had today. So that's what we've been doing today. Not a lot going on in that respect, but been busy elsewhere doing other bits and pieces. So weather's the same here, says Mend It Man. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So give us a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. And yes, Sparky says I'm live. You can hear me and see me. Give us a thumbs up as well for the stream as you come in or as you go out or as you come in and go out. One of the other. Just give us a thumbs up if you can. It does help towards the growth of my channel. I do like to try and get up to around about 100 thumbs up before I end the stream is what I set myself as a target. So you can hear me and you can see me. Fantastic. That's good. So the 10,000 subscriber giveaway is now gone, all bar the toolbox and the drawstring bag, which Pete Froud won, but he's got COVID. Pete's got COVID. So he's now getting better. I've been speaking to Pete and he's doing a lot better, which is good. So I can't see Pete anyway. He's got a few bits for me that I need, and I should probably just rob him blind of his tools whilst I'm up there. So I should be taking the old trailer up there and going and take all his machines off of him. And I should take up the toolbox, which is behind me just here, in the coming future. So that'd be good. So get the kettle on, Pete. I should be up momentarily to come and raid your stores. So that's good. So what have I been doing? I picked up a nice little generator. I can't remember what make it is. It's a KR2000. I think it's German. You get them in the States and that sort of stuff. A two-stroker. I've been doing that over the past couple of days. Done a video on it as well because I picked it up nice and cheap. It's not as expensive as what I thought it was going to be. I thought it might make a few quid, but actually, I don't think it's going to. But it runs. And I was also popped on to Ken's live stream last week, but of this week because he had Mr. James Colden up there, who is the generator man, and I had an issue with the generator where it would power pretty much anything I put in it, but it would not power my Makita grinder. It would not touch it. Well within the ratings, but it turns out that it's got a slow mode process on there or something, and it may require twice as many watts just to get it to start. So there's nothing wrong with the generator. It's just not rated to take the Makita for some reason. I expect there are other power tools that have that issue. But anyway, that video's coming up soon. Also just had come in Hater HRX 476 in for annual service. Due to another season's now come to a close, so the contractor's bought in that. And he's also bought in, remember the Honda Izzy I'd done a little while ago, where I completely renewed the deck, took the deck off of it and put a brand new deck on it? That's come back in for service. So that's a year later. So I would like to see how that's looking, how that's holding up, because I did treat the underside of it, rust treated it and amorited it as well, just to see how it's holding up and to see if the purchase was viable, because it wasn't a cheap purchase. I think it's about £120 for a new deck. So hopefully it's money well spent. He's been using it for a whole year. The engine and the actual machine is good. So I'm just going to turn off my my subscriber so anyone can now in fact chat, and I will turn it back off if we get any people mucking me about in my live stream. So let me just check my monetization whilst I'm there. So yeah, I want to check to see how the Honda Izzy is holding up, to see if in fact the £120 purchase is viable to do. Now, lots of people, when I first did that video, they said, "Oh no, that's too much money." Blah 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 blah. Okay, that's fine, but don't forget this bloke is a contractor. You know, he's a professional lawn care guy, and he's been using his lawnmower every single day over the season. So that £120, he got that back the first day. You know, but if it's just your own mower, then yeah, you might question maybe that expense of putting a brand new deck on an old machine. But there you go, it's what it is. So we'll get that in next week, and we'll have a look at those videos will be coming out at some point. So I've got about 15-20 videos in the bank at the moment. So anyone that has sent me anything, just be patient. If it's made it to me, it will come through in the videos, but you may not see it for about 3 months because the videos are backed up. Okay, I like to try and have a decent stock of videos, so I'm not down here every single day of the week. Otherwise, it does become too much. So that's what I've been doing. Apart from that, not a lot else gone on. Very, very quiet week. Been busy working on nights. I say I turned up. Nothing really goes wrong with a Honda Easy Man. No, but they don't. They just rust out. Don't they? Look, they just rust out. But a brand new deck for £120, I think it's worth a purchase. So that's that. I did get a parcel come through the post today, which I'm going to open up in front of you guys right now. But I know there are a few bits in there for Riley boy, so don't tell him. Okay, he might see a live stream in the morning, but don't tell him. I'm not going to show you anyway. So I've got this one. This parcel come through now. I don't know who it's from, and I do think, unfortunately, it might have took a bit of a tumble. I think. Let me get it down here so you don't see my address. That's the most important thing. I'll be getting carpet samples come through the post. And I did say on here, baked with love. Now, if anyone knows anyone, and if you get a parcel through the post that's baked with love, you know who it comes from. So I have actually got a parcel here, a little tiny parcel, and it's come from a good man. He's in the chat now, Mr. Mend It Man. And it does say on there, turn inside out. That's not me. Machine wash cold, mold detergent, no bleach, no fabric softener, and do not tumble dry. So I'm guessing that's, you know what that is in there, but I know that's from a little Riley boy. So here, get that, and I'll do a separate video for that. And also, don't tell him, but there's a little tiny something in there that he loves on a cake as well. So shan't say too much about that. Keep it nice and quiet. Keep it under your hours. He'll see it and it'll go bonkers. But I have also got here another little box just here. Get rid of that box. Now, we all know Micks Mowers is quite a big old lad, right? He is quite a big old lad. And there's a reason for that. That's because I eat lots of cake. Now, this has come from my good friend Mend It Man and Laura. And in here, don't tell Mrs. P. In here, there's 6 of these in here. Now, as I say, the parcel may have been tipped upside down by the looks of it. But no doubt they all taste just as yummy. And these have got Kinder. I think they're called Kinder, or I don't know what they're called, Kinder bars. And look at these little tiny chocolate cupcakes. Look, with a Kinder. What's that Kinder egg? That Kinder bar called? Dorito or so? I don't know. What's it called? That little tiny thing. What's that called? Can't remember. Anyone know? Hello, Mrs. P. Your name's not on here, sweetheart. No, these are for Mower Man only. For Mr. Mower Man only. There's only one. Just one cupcake, Mrs. P. Anyone know what these are called? These Kinder Egg chocolate bars? Come in about 4 things. Anyone know? Yummy, yeah, exactly. Mrs. P's actually in the bath at the moment. She's watching me in the bath. But anyway, we got 6 of these. Anyone know what they're called? Bria. That's them. Yeah, that's it, Jason. Cheers. We've got 6 of those. Now, I say, it looks like it hasn't been sat on a little tiny bit. So I dare say the presentation was A1. What was that? Yeah, cheers, Mrs. P. What's that comment from Mrs. P? Just went past there. Where's my mouse? There it is. Micks Mowers. I know how many are in there. At the moment, you do. So thank you very much, Luke, Mend It Man, and his wife Laura for sending us over some yummy cakes. I do know I got these because Martin Butler over at Retro Restore, he got some the other week, and I said to Luke, "Hey, what's that all about? You can't go sending one YouTuber some cakes and not another." So I had a little bit of a dig, and then this week we've turned up. So it just goes to pay. Laura said they are to be sure. Wait, what's that last word say? They are to be sure. My dyslexia is terrible. They are to be sure. No, I don't know. Anyway, so they're all from me. Hello, Mrs. P. Hope you're doing well in the bath. Have a nice long soak, darling. So thank you very much, Luke and Laura, for that. Much appreciated. As always, we love a little parcel, and there's a couple of bits there for Riley Ball, which I do separate because those other cakes won't make it out the shed. It's as simple as that. Mrs. P, if you want one, you're gonna have to come down and get one. So so that's that. They'll be stale once they get to the States. Just send them to me first, and I'll taste proof them. So that's all I have been doing. I really haven't been doing a lot, as I say, because of the weather has been a bit puppy. I haven't been doing a lot. And yesterday we went out on the rescue because my my sister-in-law, her car broke down, so I did miss Mend It Man's thing. In the end, it had to be wrecked back because the starter motor's gone poop. So I think you couldn't start it with a whack of a hammer and all that sort of stuff. So I missed it yesterday, Luke. So it's just the way it goes. And by the time I got back in, it was about 9:30, 9:45, I think. Time I got back in, and the night was gone. So that was that. So apart from that, not been doing a great deal. Just been sort of mooching about. I've been watching as many videos as I can in amongst doing what I'm normally doing. So I did watch a fantastic video, which I should talk about later on. Absolutely brilliant video, which I'll discuss a bit later. Hiya, Hayes. How you doing? Nice to see you. So let's have a look in the chat. See what we got. The Mower Man said, that's me. Can I have a shout out, please? There you go. There's a shout out. Let's have a look in the chat. See what we got in here. I have freezed it off, and I have now opened it up to anyone can now chat. I like to have it just to subscribers whilst I'm up in the house, and the chat's just do its own thing. So I'm not monetizing it. I don't know how many mods are in there monetizing my chat whilst I'm waiting for the stream to go ahead. So I'll always put it on onto subscriber use only whilst I'm not watching the chat. And then I'll open it up, and as I say, I've got a button here. If anyone comes in and starts mucking us about, then we just get shot of them, right? So 88 in the house. Give us a thumbs up on your way in. That'd be good. First in the house with my mate Dick. Oi, oi. Oi, oi, matey. Hope you're well. And the family all good, brother. Yeah, we're all good. Thank you, Dick. Much appreciated, mate. Yeah, we're all doing okay. Fun thing to do, take Sparky's in the house. Mr. Egg's in the house. That is Sparky. That's not Sparky. Sparky does his egg in 45 minutes. DNR Small Engine in the house. Hello, mate. Chops in the house. Hello, Chops. Nice to see you. The Lawnmower Detective also in the house. My chat's going to jump. I guarantee you that. I'm going to lose half my chat. Is it going to move or not? What's going on here? Why ain't my chat moving? My chat ain't moving. My chat ain't moving. My chat ain't moving. Why not moving? Oh, that's weird. That's just, oh, there it goes. Whoa, it's just gone now. So I'm going to lose half my chat. Okay, I can't odds it. Mark White in the house. Henry Morski in the house. How you doing, Henry? Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Mendit Man in the house. Glenn's in the house. Nice to see you, mate. Mate Al's in the house. Al got your parcel, buddy boy. Thanks, much appreciated. Ken Small Engines in the house. Nice to see you. Root Bag. Good evening, everybody. If it's evening where you are, else hello. Hope you have a great week. Yeah, we will. Thank you very much indeed. The Lawnmower Lady. Hello, Stella. I did a video the other day, Stella. I think I did give a shout out for you. Your stickers did arrive, and the videos come around. So, but that's how behind I am, or in front I am. Sorry. Mikey Yo-Yo in the house. Hello, Mikey Yo-Yo. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. Ben's Workshop in the house. Late again. No, it wasn't. Catch a Cow in the house. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing well. Ben's Workshop. The Mower Man. I'm restoring a Briggs & Stratton Flathead Classic. I just painted it. Well done, mate. Good on you. Let's see. Email some photographs over. I'd like to see that. Some before and afters if you got them. Just watching the ad, said Mikey Yo-Yo. Cheers, that mate. Puts money in my old pocket. Mendit Man, Tinkering Taylor. Nice to see you got your parcel, Nev. And I think everyone now who won the 10,000 subscriber has now got their parcels. I believe. I think they all went to the. Oh no, apart from Anders. I don't know. I think Anders did get his. I think I'm not quite sure, but no, don't be floating about once he's put the kids to bed. So nice to see you got your parcel, Nev. I know your sound was a bit wonky in that video, but it happens. You know, we're all professionals, right? My mate David's in the house. Hello, David. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing well. Jungle Bob Repairs also in the house. Nice to see you. My mate Les is in the house. Hello, Les. How you doing well, buddy boy? Nice to see you. Andrew's in the house. Hello, Andrew. Thanks for popping on in. Breezy's Botch up in the house. So is my old mate Ray. Nice to see you. Hello, Gary Ross. Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you, brother. Glenn's in the house. Hello, Glenn. Edward Bloke in the house. Hello, Edward Bloke. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. I've got 91 in the house. Brilliant numbers. The Merman's repeated the comment again. Chris Hale in the house. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you, mate. How you doing okay, buddy? Long time subscriber there. Thanks for popping back in and supporting me. Mac210 in the house. Mark Schofield in the house. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping on in. Oh, yeah, you was a fellow lost it last time. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing okay, buddy boy. Gary Ross. Jason Summers. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. That's why I took the slow mode off. Lawnmower Lady. RB Cleaning. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Up in Skeggy. Nice to see you. Who else have got in here? Mendit Man. Nothing else goes wrong. Yeah, I read that comment a minute ago. Mower Man. I'm restoring Briggs & Stratton. In fact, I just painted it. It goes black. It's gloss black and looks lovely. Cool. Fantastic. Well done. Good on you. Henry Morski. Done you already. Chicanic. Hello, Chicanic. Hope you're doing well. And your nice old husband there. Hope you're doing okay. There's Mrs. P. Thanks for popping in, honey. Don't get washed behind your ears. Catch a Cow. Breezy's Bike Shop. Window Beer Review. Hello, mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing well. Mrs. P says she knows how many are in there. There's mate Hayes. Catch a Cow. Window Review. Please like and share. Yeah, exactly that. Like and share. Exactly that. Kevin. Hello, Kev. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing okay. Everyone's saying hi to Mrs. P, which is good to see. Mower Man repeats his comment for the 4th time. Can I get a shout out? I did that. Paul E in the house. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing okay. Mate Ben's workshop. John Rhodes in the house. I look forward to a good show. Many thanks for the stickers. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. With regards to stickers, I have now got around. I think I'm there. I had a couple of people on Instagram had messaged me, and I forgot you. I did forget you. I always say, email me up because I will forget. So I think I'm up to date now. And the fella who recently sent something off my Amazon wish list. I've got an Amazon wish list. I'll talk about that later on. He sent me some bits because he wanted a wheel trim. That's been sent. So I know it's a bit delayed. I've been a bit busy, but it has now been sent. I'm up to date with regards to all stickers and parcels. They've all gone. So well happy with that. There's Mrs. P again. Paul E. I think I'm nearly there. 97, nearly 100 people in the house. Mowers and blowers out done. Cheers, buddy boy. There's my mate John. Hello, John. Nice to see you, mate. How you doing? Well, good to see you, my old cookie. Right, so I've got 100 in the house. 97. MC Brothers. I've just serviced my Hater Hawk. It was so grubby in the carb. Yeah, they do, mate. They do. You wait till this E10 gets old, and when you really be complaining about it. Good to see. Yeah, Ken. What is a wish list? I'll talk about it in a minute. William's in the house. Nice to see you, mate. Who's that there? Damien, mate, nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing well. Zombie Mo's also in the house. Hello, brother. There's my Amazon wish list in the chat. It's there. I can't answer it. It's what it is. Neil from Fix It and Scrap It. Cheers, mate. I just got a brand new MIG welder. Fantastic with the Mower Man. Cool. Right. So I think I'm there. I think everyone who's in the chat, Ridgeway Mowers just popped in. Didn't know you had an Amazon wish list. It's funny you say that, right? Because I got one. It's only been going a week, right? And it's not done very well. So go and check it out. So Scott Shed in the house. We heard Scott Shed. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping into it. And I did come across a channel the other day. I should write this stuff down. I'm absolutely useless. I come across a little channel, really small, but it was a good channel. I'll try and find it and I'll let you know. Okay, but it was really good. I'm only 11 and I can well. Good on you, mate. Well done. I'm good, Mick. I'm absolutely fan dabby doozy. Yeah, I'm good. So let's put the link out. First of all, let's put the old. You have an Amazon wish list, Luke? No idea. Didn't know that. I've got one. So there be my community guidelines, which come out every single month. They change every month, and I have to adhere to them to keep my lovely little channel monetized and earning me a few quid and staying above board and all the rest of it. And things are getting harder and harder and harder. Copyright strikes now. Get more than 3, game over. So if you want to come up and start playing music like Ken did last week, 100 in the house, fantastic. Like Ken did, you now only get 3 strikes. After your 3 strikes, channel's gone. So I would appreciate it if you do come up on the channel, not to play their music. I know you can do it for so long, get away with it, but I don't want to take the chance. So make sure your phones are on silent whilst you're on the stream, and no playing their music would be nice, please. Apart from that, there's my my community guidelines to stop me getting spammed out, all that sort of stuff. Now I will say, and I'll say this every single week, and most people are really, really good. Okay. But if you're gonna muck about, right, and you're gonna act like a weirdo, right, then go somewhere else. Okay. It's nothing personal, but I've got 100 people in here. I want to try and have a good night, a good laugh and a joke. And we talk about everything. So if you have got a bee in your bonnet about a certain situation, come up and tell us about it, But you must be open to contradiction and to other comments too. So if you're gonna muck me about a little bit, you're going to go. Okay. I just don't tolerate it, unfortunately. And that's just the way I go. People in here just like to have a good time. So that's what that is. So my moderators are very, very prettily dressed in blue. And I mean, they are good looking, all apart from Pete. But they're all good looking. There's my moderators all dressed in blue. And if you do muck about, okay, then my moderators will give you a warning shot. They'll delete your comment and they will then time you out and then hide you from the stream in any particular order, dependent on the comment. Okay, it's as simple as that. Now my moderators are completely unleashed. I don't govern them. If they think the comment it shouldn't be in there, it's up to them. That's what they're there to do. That's why I pay them £1,000 a week to do this. Okay. So if you're gonna muck me about, then you're gonna go. It's as simple as that. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. I'm not worried. I'm here to have a good time. Okay. Unfortunately, my man, no, you can't because you're too young, I'm afraid, mate. But when you get a bit older, you can come back and definitely do it. So with that said, when you come up onto my panel, I put the link out. The same rules sort of apply. You must be fully clothed. I don't want you playing music. I don't want you swearing. Yeah, now and again the F bomb does come out. I did it on someone's stream the other day, and I got pulled up on it. Okay, so I shouldn't do it on other people's streams, and you shouldn't do it on mine. So you can't conduct yourself in a professional manner. Don't come up, okay? Because if you do come up and start mucking me about, you're going down and you get kicked out and banned from the basement. And I'll have to remember to unban you once you've emailed me with an apology. So it sounds a bit hard, right? But I wouldn't come to your house swearing and cursing, so don't come to mine. But that's the best way I can sort of judge it. We're all here to have a good time, and life is hard enough as it is. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say. So if you do muck about, you're going to cop it. Hello, Dirt Rider. Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. As you know, I've been off work after my incident and have plenty of grown lawns to cut. Well, get them done, brother. I bought myself a brand new Briggs & Stratton 2 weeks ago, and it was broken. Oh, that's a shame. I've got over £500. I only get £500 a week, says William. That's because you're not in your A game. That's all it is, Brake. You know, if you ask Dick, Dick's sort of getting like £3.5 a week. You know, he's on his A game. So all I'm saying, mate, is you got to up your game. I have an Atco Balmoral 14S in need of a side panel. Tried eBay and no good. Any other places to try? Yeah, I've got a friend of mine that sells stuff like that. Send me an email, Chris, to remind me. Let me know. I've got a friend of mine in my area that breaks stuff, in particular cylinders, and we'll go from there. 107 in the shop. More likes, says Bruce. How many likes we got then? 10? 10 likes? Let me just refresh it. I've got 2 thumbs down. So 2 people are currently rowing out at sea, lost, searching for the black pearl. I've only got 65 thumbs up, and I've got over 100 in the house. Come on, people. It don't cost you nothing. Whack that old thumbs up. Get me 100 thumbs up before the stream is over, and we're all good to go. Okay, so do that, please. It does make a difference, I'm telling you. And the better I do, the better you guys do, you know? Does anyone need Mountfield parts for a quantum engine? No, I'm good. Anyone know a good replacement carb for a Walbro W10 620? Tried all other places. No, not really. What's that sat on? Please hit the thumbs up, says my mate William, which is in capitals. Cheers, William. You haven't got a shout, Will, so I'm going to remove that comment. No thumbs up for moderators, please. Thank you very much indeedly, doodly, William. Steve, a transit camper in the house. Mate, I did see you put a video, but I haven't watched it yet. Will you fix battery lawnmowers in the future if you don't already? Yes, I definitely will have a go at it, but I've got to educate myself, same as everybody else. You know, yeah, definitely, I'll have a go at them. If not, I'll just put a petrol engine on top. Mick, I've just got myself a Husky 555 to help with the gardens. All excited, mate. Man's toys, exactly that. If it's shiny, it's lovely. It's on a McCulloch strimmer. Okay, so what I will say is, Mark, is measure the throat of the carburetor. It should be around about 11.5 to 12 millimeters in throat diameter. As long as the throat diameter is the same, and then just measure the center of stud bolt to stud bolt, measure that off, and then go for that information and just find another carburetor with the same throat diameter and the stud diameter, and there's loads of copies out there, and whack it on. You should be good to go. Way to go. Test 197, laugh out loud. Please hit the thumbs up on your way in, please, mates. Will do. Mick, cheers, says my mate Chris Hale. So I will try and help anyone out best I can. So I've got 110 in the house. Absolutely beautiful. 75 thumbs up, 3 thumbs down. 3 of you absolutely hate me, but I don't care. So let's put the also make sure the impulse holes are the same. Yeah, possibly. You can work around it, though, Kenneth. You can work around it. I'm not saying you're wrong. Hell, I wouldn't say you're wrong, Ken. You know me. Let me just get my hello. Let me just get my link up. Oh no, that's my Amazon wish list. I don't put that in there, do I? For those that know, I have got Amazon wish list. Let's put the StreamYard link in. Let's get some people up here. paste that into there. Hi, Mick. I hit my 4,000 watch hour on YouTube. Says Scott shit. Good on you. Well done, brother. I didn't take you long. Good on you, mate. Just want the old subscribers now, bruv. Just keep pumping them vids. Just keep pump. I was talking to Mendit Man today. He loves ringing me up. Talking to him today, and we're just chatting because his channels were quite stagnant for a while. And I said, mate, you've hello, crazy dude. Hello, mate. You've got to work at it. You know, building a successful YouTube channel, unless you go viral straight away, it takes work. You've got to work at these things. And anyone that does YouTube channel videos will tell you, doing a 20-minute video is a 4-hour job. You know, by the time you edit it, you video it, and you put your thumbnails in, and you add your bits, your captions and what have you, and put your tags in and monetize it and upload it and render it, and it's half a day gone. You know, for a 20-minute video, it's no easy thing. Mo man, you've already asked a question, mate. You haven't got to keep repeating yourself, buddy boy. They can read it, buddy boy. So first of all, the first person I want to bring up, I'm going to wait for that because I watched a really, really good video this week. Really good video. We're going to talk about that in detail in a minute. So let's bring up my old friend. Here he is. Here's my old friend.
How you all doing? How's it going, Mick?
You're quiet. Let me turn you up a smidge. Oh, you're on 39%, H. Let me turn you up a touch.
Can you hear me?
Oh, bloody hell. You're turning your hearing aid down. It's too loud now, bruv. God, my word. It blew my head off. How you doing, bruv? You doing all right?
I'm doing fine right now. Yeah. Everything's, falling in place now. I got the, what do you call it? Got to go to the cemetery and bury my brother.
Yeah.
My father's back from the hospital with his COVID, and got to take care of him and situate all the nurses and all that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work when you're alone, basically,
Yeah. I can comprehend that. But it's nice to see finally the cards are now starting to fall back into place, and a little bit of normality is coming back in. There's a friend of mine who I'm not gonna divulge. He recently had a situation in his family, and he emailed me out to tell me, and he too is having a bad time at the moment, and my heart goes out to him. But it's I think it's just one of them things. It's just part of life's lessons. It just tests your patience levels, and everything else, and it's just something you've just got to take on the chin and worry about it later on. Because what else can you do?
Yeah, so I'm scheduled for next Saturday. Start getting my shots, So
have you not had them yet? Then
no, they wouldn't let me. I called my heart doctor up, and he says, "Yeah, go ahead."
Right, yeah, get it done, mate. Well, if it's I'm no doctor, don't take my advice. But if it's safe to do so, then get it done. Right. I've got Mendit Man down there. Have you changed your curtains, Luke? No, you put your ones back up. No, because it's not fair. I didn't bring it up to begin with. It had nothing to do with me, but I'm getting drawn into it here. I like your curtains. It always reminds me of a big game of Twister. So I'm not getting involved in it.
Curtains look good. Tell the wife the curtains look good.
Well, they're back. They're back by popular demand. So yeah.
They're better than the white ones. Yeah,
they are. Yeah.
Oh, we do. We do love a nice curtain like that. They are a lovely curtain.
Yeah.
Luke, I shan't ask you how you're doing because I've been chatting to you about 3 hours this morning already.
Yep.
So I pretty much know how your morning went.
Yeah, in the afternoon, I've been working on the McCulloch, the more modern McCulloch chainsaw.
Okay.
I realised I didn't have any of the thin fuel lines.
All right,
Trying to fit the fatter ones in. I did manage to do it. I got them in.
So what you should do is, I do this.
Hang on. It's your show now, Mr. Mendon.
He just puts the thin lines on his wish list and they get sent to him.
So
there you go.
So I've got this nice little box here, right? Which is my 2-stroke box. And in there, I've got an assortment of all your lines that you require. But yeah, if you put that on your Amazon wish list, people buy you it, you see? and then that way, what you do is you go, right, I'm just going to fit this fuel line. Oh, it's my last one. Oh, man, I could do with some more. Maybe if I put it on my Amazon wish list, and then a week later, Bish Bash Bosh turns up.
It'll be on there in the morning.
Stick it on there. So you've been working on that, have you, Luke? That's good then. Was it all good?
Well, I've got the pipes all in. I was filming it and I got the carb half done with the new diaphragms and that, and then the phone ran out of charge. Then you were going to be live, so it's nearly done. But
see, what I have done in the past, and don't do it because they absolutely schooled you for it, right? When your pipes are too thick, what you can do is put them on the carby and then drill into the tank just a couple of mil. Make the hole slightly bigger through the grommet or through the tank and thread them through. So you can, Henry, you can do it. It's a thing, right? You can do it. But don't do it because they absolutely schooled you for it. So don't do it. They don't like it. I think whenever safety Sally's come over from Bruce's place, they always tend to give me more stick than him at the moment. So it's what it is. Speaking of Bruce, there's my old mucker Bruce. There he is. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Brucey.
How you doing, brother?
Fantastic.
Good.
Nice to see you, Bruce. You doing well, bruv?
Yep. Busier than let's see. A blue ass fly in a holiday trailer.
Fantastic. That's good. That's good. I don't know what Ken's doing. I think Ken's turned his camera off, or he's either gone to lunch, one or the other. Not quite sure.
Lunch.
So we'll leave Ken down there. Bruce, I'm going to come back to you about your video I watched. Really pleased with it. We're going to discuss this.
Oh, I know the one.
Bruce, just let it settle, and we can discuss it in a bit. It was one of your best videos ever, right? Who we got down there? We got Chicanic and a very good husband. Hello, guys. Nice to see you. Are you going off to a party or something, you two?
Huh?
You going off to a party?
No. Do we look like we're...
Have you just got into a party?
For it.
No.
Well, no. We
we'll-
partied last
We'll
night.
start a party. I mean,
I know what it is. You both put your makeup on.
That's what it is.
It's the lighting. It's the new lights I have. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice.
what it is.
That's what it is.
Hang on, just turn mine. Hang on, just improve mine a bit. Hang on. There you go. I put mine on. Perfect. Now we can all see each other. Right? I can't do that. It's too bright.
Glare.
Yeah. How you guys do? You guys good? You been busy?
yeah.
Staying steady.
Yeah.
This time of year, the shop is slow, but we have got so much. I mean, there's so much equipment out there that was abandoned.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right
We
now.
are
going through stuff that we can repair and
we were
fix
So-
and sell.
How are you guys doing in regards to like do you get seasons over there, or is it not quite a thing over where you are? Because I know where
it's very seasonal here.
Yeah, now
It
it's
is seasonal,
chainsaws,
so-
blowers, and
Yeah.
generators.
so it's not a question of not it chills out for a bit. You get a bit of time out, a bit of chill out time, and then it picks up again, or is it just generally just flat out all the time?
It's steady until it gets down to 20s degrees, and then
Yeah.
nobody does anything here. We
Say
all hibernate.
December and January are kind of slow as
Yeah.
opposed to the rest of the year. And November and February, November's really coming down from the year, and February is beginning to pick back up. But
Yeah.
we're going to be so busy. Anyway, we were supposed to build a shop, like last year, but we didn't. So we're planning on building one early next year here at the house, but I mean, just, a place to keep the cars and the, everything. So we're going to be very, very busy.
Yeah.
All I will say is, bruv, is that it's better to be busy than hunting for work. Because there's so many businesses, not just a small engine, but in the hospitality sector, especially over here in the UK. I'm seeing shops boarded up, pubs didn't make it through COVID. So many other businesses have just packed up, just haven't made it. So
Yeah.
I think what COVID's taught us one thing is if your business is doing well, then you just got to accept that and get on with it, because there's so many people out of work at the moment and looking for jobs. It's manic,
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. It was nice to see you anyway, and thanks for popping on up. That's brilliant. I've got one other superstar down here. Superstar, very safety conscious. Please welcome to the stream, the Lawnmower Lady. Just hit her 1,000 subscribers. Where is my old friend Stella?
How is everyone this fine afternoon, evening, wherever you are?
Morning. We're very, very well. I just want to say welcome to the monetization club. It's a bit like celebrity status. Welcome to the club. Have you received your first $10,000 check yet?
I did. I just got it. And no, are you kidding? I'm expecting about $12 a month to start off with. So that'll be fun.
You see,
No.
people in the chat or people that think, oh, he must make absolute millions, you know.
No.
No, it doesn't quite work like that.
That's only Steve.
That's only Steve.
That's only Steve and Bruce, you know, exactly that.
That's
Yeah,
right.
right.
That's right.
So-
No,
but,
I only just qualified for the monetization, I think, yesterday because I didn't have the hours yet. I had the subscribers, but not the hours. So I'm slogging through that right now. And I found out I had another AdSense account, and you can't cancel that, and you got to do this. And It was,
yeah. Do you know what I mean? And they don't make it easy. When I first become monetized, you had a little tiny form which you could fill out 6 months in advance, and it was click, yes,
Right.
and done. The hardest bit was trying to get them to transfer 14 cents into your account, and then you had to wait for it to come over, and then you had to verify it. Yeah, I got 14 cents.
Yeah.
That was the hardest bit, and you couldn't talk to no one. You couldn't ring no one up.
Nobody works
and
there.
you still can't talk to anyone. You have to. They send you out these cryptic sort of here. Check this message for what is going wrong, and then there's no explanation. It's like 15 different things are wrong.
And then you always get that little box at the end that says,
"Was this helpful?
Did this help?
No.
No. I love that box.
If you say yes, it might go quicker.
Well, no, if you say no, then you got to answer the reason why it didn't help.
That's right. You have to answer more questions. I just leave those blank.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't like that. That's bull. So, anyway, welcome to the monetization club. Fantastic. Another channel has made it. I do know. Luke, what channel is yours that is nearly there?
Mend It Man.
Mend It Man. So your Mend It Man channel. Can someone please run Luke's Mend It Man channel in the chat? Alpha, what's your number now, Luke?
Go, Luke.
About 886.
886. He's not a million miles away. So run his link there. If you've not got Mend It Man, he does the same thing as me, just better. So go and check him out, and go and give him a bit of support and whatever. Ring the old bell, and just subscribing to a channel is free. It don't cost you nothing. So just help a man out, or help a man or lady out, and just try and do it. So that'd be good.
Okay, thanks.
Go
ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. No, it's your show. You go ahead.
No, I heard something the other day where someone said it was one of those YouTube creator video things that they changed a lot of that because there were actually people that thought the subscribe button meant you needed to send in money. And so I was like, there's a lot of confusion out there. So whatever. It's hopefully everyone knows it's for free.
It is free, and the only one reason I'm promoting you, Luke, is because you sent me over 6 cupcakes. That's the only reason I'm promoting you, bruv. It's
Nice.
simple as that. Well, sorry, 5. One's gone missing. But...
So hey Mick, so what's going on with Brucey over there? Does he have a nice shirt on or what?
I don't know. What's he got on? Let's have a look. I can't even talk to you. I can't even talk to you. No, because all you're doing is just showboating, and you're wearing a Micks Mowers cap to try and soften the blow. That's all you're doing, bro.
I ordered 2 extra large, and sizes kill me. I don't think I'm a big guy, and I have to buy an extra large for a little fart like myself.
But if you're extra large in Canadian size, I must be a large just with 4 kisses.
Yeah. Well. And I've been doing some research. I'm going to have to actually chat with Henry to see what size of a shirt I should send to you.
It's American sizes are 2X's.
Okay.
Well, if now Mrs. P just text me 2 seconds.
Yeah. UK size
cake
is 2X's.
It probably is. It probably is.
2XL. Well, this is an XL, although it's not. It's nice and loose for when I go to Mexico, right?
Yeah. That's good. It'll shrink up a little bit.
Mexico XL is not probably. It's really weird. I can fit in US XL, and Mexico XL is like me trying to put on one of my kids' shirts.
Right. But I'm taking this with me though. I'm not going to buy it down there.
You got an eyebrow still?
Well, Bruce, as I have said, if you want to just send me, and it's only an email. If you want to just email me over your logo, right?
Oh, I know, I got that, and I'm starting to work on my stickers.
Well, if you just send me the logo. If you send
I
me
have
logo,
one cut out.
Bruce, terrible. If you just send me a logo over, mate, by email, in a what's name resolution one, or your actual graphic, I'll get 100 printed over here and just dish them out. It's no problem. It's save you hundreds.
Ooh, nice.
Well, that'll be step 6 for Bruce.
Right.
It's
Good
been
work
9
takes
months.
time. Good
It's
work
been
takes
9 months,
time.
and now he's going to turn up with his own Bruce T-shirt on and wind me up. It's not happening, Bruce.
So anyway, I wouldn't talk about Mexico if I only went there for a week or two, but we go for 12 weeks, and it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Hey, Bruce, kind of let us know what's going on down there. I mean, we haven't been in 2 years now, and
well, I'll be joining the stream down there.
Okay, good.
I'm going in January, right?
Okay.
So I'll have 50 snowblowers to fix before we leave for.
Wow.
We'll have none.
You guys don't have that problem with snowblowers, right?
No.
Well, Bruce, I could do, because what could happen is we could time this just right. I could come over to yours, right? Spend a week at your house with you, and whilst your friend and family's house sitting in your house whilst you're away for 3 months, I could stay in your workshop, do your work for it. I'd look after your tools and stuff and keep them nice and pretty. And what do you think?
No.
Sure.
You'd have to check his pockets.
It could be a thing.
The shop will be clean when I leave too.
Yeah, cleaned out.
Oh, Bruce, it'll be clean when you come back. There'll just be nothing in it.
That's right.
All you're going to get is an invoice for Frank for export. That's all it's going to be.
That's right.
Anyway, let's talk about, did anyone see any really, 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 really good videos this week? Anyone spot one? I spotted an absolute humdinger. Anyone?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh, no. Well, I'm asking you guys. Stella, did you see a really, really good, entertaining video? With some good hoojibbers and humdingers in it.
Well, the honest truth is I finally got a gig working in the industry that I'm actually work in. Finally, it's like since all this COVID mess, and I was out of town for many, many days this week, so I was unable to watch many videos.
Right.
Get out.
Did it happen to be one where a lawnmower was being stripped down?
Oh wow!
Oh,
so Luke, fill me in. Let me know what you saw, Bo.
I only saw bits of it because I was watching it in my break, so I didn't see the whole lot.
Well, that's all right. I know what it is.
I'm
sorry,
a video.
I meant to catch the rest later, but I saw bits.
So I watched a video today, or the other day, where Bruce actually mentioned my name once or twice.
Yeah, he did. I heard that mentioned.
Yeah, so because first off, he was like, "Can you hear the angels sing?" No, like he does. It all goes into that sort of mode. Can you hear that, Mick? Yeah, I heard it when you started cannibalizing that machine, taking bits off of it and sending it straight to hell. I saw that. Oh yeah, another comes gone.
I parted out a.
Well done.
nice.
Yeah. Well,
it was a very, very satisfying video.
I had comments like, you should put a piston in and hone the cylinder and do a set of rings. And I said to them, the comments and how you get comments. I said, it's a $40 lawnmower.
Right.
I'm not putting rings and sleeves and hones and in a $40 lawnmower. Even if it was a Briggs, I wouldn't have done that.
No, hell no. But had it been a Briggs, I would have had to get a hanky and just rub my eye. But as it was a Tecumseh, I got the banners out. I was waving flags, and we had symbols going in there.
It was the cable was in perfect condition, right? For me, the cable's worth $25 to $30 to get one of those out here to Western Canada. It's like, woohoo!
So, Mick, did you see the two videos from Donnie Boy and Mower Medic? They did the same video.
Yes, I did. Well, in fact, I didn't watch a Mower Medic video because I just literally watched a
Donny Boy?
9-minute video on Donny Boy doing exactly the same video.
Yeah, exactly.
On purpose.
Exactly the same.
I don't know
How to you know where the secret jets are that no one knows about on 2-stroke carburetors because no one wants you to go in there and fiddle with it. They both did a video on how to remove the little plastic bungs and where the jets were, which funny enough Steve did about 3 months ago. But that's irrelevant. If you want to do a video yourself, and then that's what you do. But yeah, it was quite funny how Donny Boy put a video out, and then literally 3 minutes later, I don't know whether Mower Medic ran out of the shop and did a video quickly and launched it. I don't know what happened, but I think he didn't. I think he had it queued up, ready to go.
Yeah,
but, it's funny. It's funny how that goes.
Yeah, I found that pretty amazing. But I mean, it was great tip. Both of them had both great tips, except for Donny Boy, you have to buy that steel, whatever it was that he pulled the plug out.
Yeah.
And Mower Medic just melted the end and pulled it out,
Yeah, I always, I've got one of those little screwdrivers that you use for your glasses, that sort of thing. If you just heat the end of it up, like Donny Boy said, you heat the end of it up and just jam it in there and it comes on out. But sometimes, especially with the little home user carbies, which is generally where you find those sort of things, that can be the difference between life and death of a strimmer. If you can just tune those little jets up that no one really knows they're there.
Exactly.
The amount of comments I get, I've got a carburetor, I've got a strimmer mic, and it's got no tuning jets on it. No, it has.
Right.
It's got to have something on there.
It's something somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So and they're hunting high and low and what have you. But no, it was quite comical to watch 2 videos being released at the same time about the same subject. But I must say that they didn't ellipse the video put out by Bruce. That was without a doubt the video of the year for me so far.
You know what? The video of the year for me resulted in this.
Oh, you made one.
Thank you.
But
thank you, Mr. Bruce.
I had to do a 3/8 rod.
There you go.
The McCullough or the Home-Lite saw was so big it squashed the plastic threaded rod. And then I put a nice little groove in there. You see that?
Oh, so yours is adjustable. Nice.
Yes. And then the end is cleaned off.
Right.
And I did thread it, so it's adjustable. So
right.
How long did it take you to get?
And then I did this. This Stella liked this one. I did this one to take the clutch off. Just a homemade welder Duhammer, right?
There you go.
So this is brilliant, right? This always happens. We got Bruce there making non-OEM equipment, fantastic. We got Mend It Man also just as this week or last week put a video on how to move a clutch off of a concrete saw, again non-OEM and homemade. Stella also made a piston stop.
Well, that's where the idea came from, right? And I gave her credit.
Brilliant.
Oh, there's a video.
So where is Hobby Motor at this time of my need? Where is he? Because he's Mr. OEM, isn't he? Oh no, that's not a Briggs tool. I'm not using it. You know what I mean? I can't put up with that. You've got to do what works, isn't you? And I'm just happy to say that Stella will be sending me over one of those homemade piston stops within the next month. It's absolutely fantastic.
Sure, absolutely. I'll be pounding out another spark plug any day now.
Hey, I was wailing away with a very expensive snap-on punch, and then I thought air chisel, and I blasted that porcelain out of there with an air chisel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it was a torch plug. Did that ever make me smile?
Good old torch.
Yeah. So what is it with the Briggs and Stratton plug now? You said.
Oh, you saw that, Henry.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 plugs out there, and they measure with an ohm-meter. They measure open.
Yeah.
But if you put them on the lawnmower, they must have like a spark plug tester with the neon.
Turn round. Turn round. I was waiting for him to.
Were you looking at me, bum?
No. I was trying to catch you. I see you come back in. You was mucking about over there. I was trying to catch you out. Sorry, Bruce.
No problem.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
About the plug.
Oh yes. Getting the porcelain out of that plug, I used an air chisel.
No.
No, this was the resistor in the plug. Yes. there's 2 sets of plugs out there that must have neon fire like a spark plug tester in them, because you cannot measure. It's an open between the tip to the tip on the spark plug, and it works. The plugs work.
Yeah, I'm curious if I took one and broke it in half to see what is in there. You know,
I'm sure it's a neon fire because even some of the Briggs L connectors for spark plugs have a neon in those too. Some of them.
I was just typing something to him.
Okay, well, instead of typing, why don't you just speak?
Well, I thought I was afraid it would go by too fast. No, the on the Briggs and Stratton and the smaller lawnmower engines, it is kind of difficult not to do that. What I have done on engines where you can remove the entire head is I will put a hand drill on the other side of the valve, and I turn that very slowly and let the valve grind itself down because I'm turning it in a drill. I hope that makes sense to anyone, but this is where you have to remove the head completely, which is not practical on that. And which gave me the idea of the other thing, you might try to find a way to attach that rubber boot, valve lapping thingy.
With the wooden handle,
find a way to attach that in your drill, and you can run that slowly, and that hopefully will help keep it from being so wobbling around, because you try to do this and your hands wobble, but if you can get it in a drill, it might not fall off so badly. But that's my best suggestion.
I have the hand crank that turns it and wiggles it at the same time. It's
Hey, Stella, check this out. I made one.
Woohoo!
There you go.
That's kind of nice looking.
Look what it is. It's just a freaking roll pin.
That's a spring pin. That's awesome.
Yeah, spring pin. Yeah.
Another non-OEM product.
I've got to defend Klaus here. That's another non-OEM product coming in the house here. He's going to go mad when he sees this. Like, you guys can't keep coming up with your homemade inventions.
You saw this, Steve?
I did. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I like it. I was just looking for mine. That's why I was back there looking for mine, because I have an OEM one, but I can't find it. I don't know.
It came from Stella, and the video's next week on it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I have those cheap ones that you stick on there, but they always fall off. So I ended up getting the one that has a plunger on the back of it. It sucks the air out of it.
Oh yeah,
it holds those.
Oh, you're just too blinking posh for me, Henry.
Hey, Bree, I got to say something.
What?
Your studio lights are absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Look at how lit she is.
Is it a little hot there?
Lit. Good investment.
It's sometimes when I got a little LED light on the front of my tripod here. I turn it on. If it's above like 30, it's not too bad. But if I'm doing a video and then come back and me and Riley are sat, it's on 50. Riley's sitting there squinting like that because you can't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to do something different to where whenever I'm doing a video on some of them, that I've got an overhead camera and a front camera going at the same time with a split screen. So these lights are awesome to be able to show everything in good detail. So
you've got
to have
LED.
It. Are they
you've
LED?
Got to have it,
yeah, they are.
Well, this is what I've got, Brie. I've got this little fan light, which I got off. I didn't get off, but the idea I got off of Henry from Mowers and Blowers. I think you can get them in the US. I think they're about $9.
Yeah.
And literally you can fold it up. You can just put one leg out, or any combination you like. And I'm telling you, absolutely super duper, really
nice,
massive. And when I'm doing carburetor work, I just bring it over here, drop it down on top of the carby. It's it's on one of these boom things, one of these things. Again, a non-OEM tool, just made it up myself, and it works really well. You've got to have good lighting, right, Luke?
Yep.
Got to have it. If you got poor lighting, then it puts people off. If they can't see what's going on. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Mine's improving a bit, but it's work in progress.
It all depends where you are too. I mean, if you look at Steve, right? So many people say to me about Steve, he's got a lovely studio. It ain't a studio. It really is not a studio he's got, but it looks like a studio, right? It's the same setup.
Yeah.
But I know you've got because we actually one night Steve was a bit drunk, and we actually he actually turned the camera around and showed us, what's going on, and he's got these big lights in Steve coming on into your work area, for doing your videos, and it's what improves it. If you've got no lighting, then
okay.
Is it Steve? Is there any natural light you get in there? Is there any windows or anything?
You know, in the summertime, I open up all the doors and the windows and everything in my shop.
Oh, yeah.
And in the summertime, it does make a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, everything's closed up, and I rely on, like Mick's showing you that fan light with the 3 paddles on there. I have a couple in my shop that are just like that, but they have 5 paddles plus one in the middle, and they're 15,000 lumens.
There you go.
15,000. They're like I can't even. There's one up here, and I can't even look at it. It's just brutal.
I've got an old drywall light. The guy
halogen
drywall.
Hey.
A halogen one with that tube, that tube light bulb.
It's hot. It's hot.
Oh, they get hot. Yes.
Well, that'll keep your shop warm in the winter. So
Not here.
Double duty.
Good point.
Those lamps burn out so fast, though, and they're so expensive compared to the LEDs.
I picked up this.
You're right.
This is my little setup. That's all I use. My little setup. And Bruce, I took a leaf out of your book.
No, he farted out there. He farted just now when you gave him a treat.
Pardon?
Whoa.
So what?
That was the cat. That wasn't me. It was the cat.
Yeah, right. So,
how many lumens is that, Mick?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Power 11 watts. No idea. Without looking up, I couldn't tell you. It's a newer LED model PT176S. Can get on it. And the good thing about it is that you can adjust it up and down.
I'm blind. To
what you want. And then also, because it's on the tripod now, as I say, I've drilled a hole down here on the bench. I now just take that straight out, and now I can turn that round, put that over on the bench.
Stick. It's a selfie stick.
Yeah, tilt the camera down. You get a close up, and you ain't got to take nothing apart. It's just it's bish bash bosh.
Nice, it's easy to move around. Yeah,
and it just makes life so much easier. You just got to, like I was saying to you, Luke, earlier on today. Good audio, no wind interference if you can manage it, and that's one of the hardest battles for anyone that works outside is wind interference. It's really difficult.
Yeah, people will put up with a glitch on the video, but they will not put up with anything on the audio.
Bad audio, right?
Exactly. I have bugs. I have katydids that are screaming in the background while I'm making
Did you go to the doctor?
Yeah, I know. There's some medicine for that. I know, but I've had so many comments. People,
I'm on it today.
Nailed on a chalkboard sound. It's
that's funny to me. I mean, that's like summer music to me.
We can't.
I know.
I can't hear it anymore. It just sounds beautiful when I'm outside. But I guess, but we did start, using an audio processor to take some of that out of the videos so that reduce the background noise. And it's pretty quick. I mean, it grabs it pretty quick and gets rid of it. But I don't see that. I mean, I can understand other people, but me personally, I mean, the wind noise and stuff like that. If I'm watching video, I'm more utilitarian though. I mean, I watch I go to YouTube and I watch something because it's there, and I need to know something. So.
Okay, so I'll ask a question, right? And isn't this weird? People don't like hearing like the crickets in the out in the field, or they don't like because it's windy. But yet people will download off of Apple,
right?
Wind and thunderstorm noises because it's soothing.
Listen to 12 hours or whatever.
If you want wind and thunderstorm and rain noises, just watch some of my videos. There's loads of it on there. Send you to sleep. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What gets me is the airplanes flying over my house.
Oh, yeah. I had
there
sirens.
Is nothing. I live like super close to the airport. And sometimes the way the wind's blowing, the airplanes will fly, not usually, but they'll fly right over top the house. And when I'm doing a video, I don't even hear it because I'm concentrating on what I'm saying. And then I go to play it back to start editing. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. The airplane noise is brutal. And then I have to reshoot the whole thing.
It's a bit like, I think it's like every Thursday, I think Bruce gets a bin man, goes past his garage. Every Thursday? Every Monday. Bin man goes past, and Bruce says, "Bin man," you know what I mean?
We also have a fire station and our police 3 blocks away, and it's for half of a city of 100,000 people. That one station, and it just sirens in and out, and I don't even hear them anymore. It's like I don't even hear it, but there they are in my video.
Steve, I can relate to what you said, Steve. I'll do a video, then all of a sudden I'll go back and look at it and I hear Mrs. Potty Mouth in the background, son of a and I'm like, you don't hear it when you're doing it.
It's funny you say that because in Bruce's video, all you get is lunch.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But you know, if you it's funny because half the time people watch the video because they want to get involved in not just what you're doing, but they want to get involved in your life and involved with your siblings or your partners and what you're eating for dinner and what curtains you have in your living room. You know what I mean? All that sort of stuff. But yeah, as soon as there's a bit of interference of say Mrs. P going outside dragging the bin because the bin men are coming, people complain about that all day long. They complain. They don't want to hear it. Do you mind? I'm trying to watch a video here that I haven't paid for. Do you mind? It drives me nuts.
Yeah. Well, you get used to the sounds. You don't even realize it because I live right by train tracks, and I can be talking to someone on the phone. They're saying, "What is that noise back there?" And I'm saying, "What noise? I don't even hear it." Yeah. Trains, coupling and noise and whistles. I just I tune it out.
I get it from my neighbour. He's a lovely old stick over there. Old Bob, his name. He's a lovely old boy. And I'll be out in the garden here doing my video, doing my running up part. And he come down in his shed, hair everywhere, because he's about 85 years old. All right, mate. All right, yeah, cheers, Bob. Do it a bit again, shall I? Cheers, mate. I have to wait for him to go. And he might be down for 10 minutes. I can even mucking about in the shed. I've got to wait for ta-da, Mick. Yeah, ta-da, Bob. I'll do it a bit again now, mate. Cheers, mate.
It's the phone for me. It's that we get probably 10 cold calls from
Stella. Tell that train to leave.
Tell the train to leave. Go away. There you go. I want that too.
You want what?
Mikey Yo-Yo. I want to see the stinky fish eating contest.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I just sort my life out. At the moment, it's just too hectic, man. At the minute, I'm trying to get my best mate Freddie Hedgehog in it. I think Ron, you would like Freddie Hedgehog. He's right up your street. If you go on Facebook and Google Needle and Fred's Tattoo Parlor, okay, it's in the UK. Check out my mate Freddie Hedgehog. Right, you will automatically love him. I'm telling you. I think he's now shaved his beard off. He's a tattooist over here. He plays in a band. He drives Harley Davidson bikes, and he does the whole 9 yards. He's a real cool fella.
We sold our last motorcycle this year.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, after the boys started school, it was like we just kind of like if we want to kill ourselves, we'll do it after they're grown and stuff like that. But I don't think I'm going to ride anymore. I'm just.
Well, check out my mate Freddie Hedgehog, Needle and Fred's Tattoo Parlor, and because I want him to come over and do the Stinky Fish Challenge because he will be epic. He will make that video. I'm telling you. He's one of these fellas that I'm going to be honest, and even if he's watching, I don't upset him, but it's what it is. He didn't do very well, possibly academic. He lost his mum, he lost his dad, he lost his brother at a very, very young age. Very young. I'm talking 13, 14 years old. He lost his parents and what have you. And someone even said one day, he was down the pub getting really, really drunk. And someone even pointed him out one day and pointed at his face and said, "You will never amount to anything. You are a waster."
Ouch.
That's
we had a fight. But anyway, since then, he's then gone on to doing. He wants to open his own art studio. He does real art drawings and he does scenery stuff. He now does photography. He owns his own tattoo shop. He's run his own biker group. I can't say gang. He now goes all over the world, shark diving and what have you. He owns his own car. He owns his own house at the age of 44. I'm just waiting one day. There he is. There's my boy. There he is, just there. You got to check him out. Hang on, there he is. There's my boy. What do you think of that? There he is, just there. Freddie Hedgehog.
He's got a big finger there.
It's swollen. It's swollen. Yeah.
He's showing a tattoo on it.
Yeah, he's my man. And for someone who was pointing out he would never amount to anything, he's doing really, really well in life. Really well, Wow. So I want to get him on to do that because he will be epic. He's the sort of person that would just be sick in my face because it would make good views. It's as simple as that. He's that kind of person, and we all need a wingman, right? And he is a wingman. There he is, yeah, Neil and Fred. I think he's about number 3 in the UK for tattooing now.
Nice.
That's a good name, Needle and Fred. I like that.
Exactly that. His name's Freddie
Does he have
Hedgehog.
your picture on the wall, Mick?
Say again, mate.
Does he have your picture on the wall with the others?
My picture? Oh, hell no.
That's
I wouldn't trust him. He's one of them friends, okay? He's my best friend, but I wouldn't have him be my best man at my wedding. Hell no. Hell no. It's not happening. I'll invite you, but you're at the back. It's not happening. You know what I mean?
You know, Mick, I mean, the world, there are so many people out there that imagine that if you can't fit in with what they want you to be, then you can't succeed. And that's not the truth. I mean, it's a simple idea of business. There's room for everybody and there's room for everything, because there isn't a, closed or challenged market. Everyone in the world needs everything. If you have an idea or if you want to go do something, it's how much effort you want to put into it. I mean,
exactly.
If you want to be, incredibly wealthy, and you can go do that. But if you just want to live your life and have a good life and, be successful, that's not really that hard to do. All that you have to do is put the effort towards it. And I think some people view, people like Freddie that, you can't make it in my world, and well, I don't want to be in your world. So.
Right.
Trust me, he made that abundantly clear. Abundantly clear. I've had some serious scrapes with that young man, and we got ourselves into a lot of trouble. To be fair, half of it we never got caught for, so we did okay. But yeah, we got a lot of trouble. But yeah, I think you're right. He definitely is a square peg. He's a square peg, and he don't fit in a round hole. But he's okay with that because he's got his own little world which he lives in. Yeah. And I actually, I admire him for what he's done. He went out and did it his way. Do it how I want to do it. And now he's absolutely reaping the benefits. I see him on Facebook. He's off to America. He did a tour around America. He went to Mexico. He's been shark diving around South Africa. He's been over to some down to Cuba and all. The man's going everywhere.
Did he do your sleeves?
And now at the age of 43, he's now got 2 kids. And now he says to me, "I've lived this rock and roll lifestyle." He runs his own band and all that sort of stuff. He lives this rock and roll lifestyle, and he says the hardest thing I've ever had to do is raise 2 damn kids. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Can't do it. He can do it. He's doing a really good job. But he says how you ever manage 4 is beyond me. So,
I find it hard to believe that you've ever been in trouble, sir.
Dave, how you doing, Dave?
I'm telling you, Mr. Officer. I've had my moments of the blue light brigade and the stainless steel toilet. I've had my fair share.
I still don't believe it.
I have never broken the law in my life.
Well, I have, so there.
And it's amazing when you're raised around police officers how much you can get away with just because you know how to talk to cops.
Isn't that right?
Like if you have no fear of the officer really doesn't have any fear of you, and they're more likely to be hands off. Like, yeah, he didn't mean it. I'm not going to do paperwork on this little thing.
I remember one night, me and Freddie Hedgehog, we were coming back from the pub, and we were slightly inebriated. And for whatever reason, I don't know. What happened was Fred climbed up this small tree in the middle of a roundabout in the road. Yeah, and because he's only 5'2" and a fag butt, doesn't weigh very much. He said, "Mick, jump on it, give us a hand, boys." So I jumped on this branch, and the branch snapped. Okay, well, in fact, it's half a tree come down, and we were then running around the roundabout the wrong way with this tree above our heads as if we'd accomplished something big in life. I was 17, 18 years old. I was drunk, And yeah, we spent a night in the cells that night, but because well, it went a bit more pear-shaped up before we got in the car, but that's irrelevant. But the next day or so, I'm out and I found one of the local bobbies, and Mick, his name is, nice old copper. And I told him what happened. He said, I did see it come up on the radio. I thought it might be you two. And I said, I don't know what we're going to do. They're going to charge us with drunk and disorderly, criminal damage, resisting arrest, something about smacking a copper whilst being drunk. I don't know what that was about. And damage to a car and all this sort of stuff. He said, all you got to do is ring up the environment agency, the highways agency, and just say you want to replace a tree. You want to do a good thing and replace a tree. So I rang them up, and they said you can't because you've got to have highways insurance, which is like £2 million. But because I rang them up, when I went in front of the sergeant with the 3 stripes, he's going to put the old black wig on and the hat and all that sort of stuff. He said, because you made a goodwill gesture of replacing a tree, we're going to let it slide.
Wow.
And you're right, Ron. If you can talk to a police officer correctly and get on their way on their level, and that you respect them, they respect you.
Yes, be respectful.
They don't want you to ruin. It's a bit like I hear about the American justice system, that the old 3 strike rule. So many people I see going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. If you just respected the old Bill a bit more, they don't want to see you in and out all the time. They want to see you, accomplish something, do something with your life, But if you're just going to go around with no respect and all that sort of stuff, and it's going to bite you in the bum, isn't it?
Yeah, I would recommend that when you do have a conversation with a police officer, don't always mention donuts, because we're not always interested.
Well,
I think
I got out of a few speeding tickets by just going, yes, sir, I know, sir. I was going 110. I realized I was, and I was wrong. And they go, oh, well, that's something.
Don't try to bribe a police officer with donuts.
Only Rusty Rooster gets away with that.
If you put up a snotty face and you end up being a dickhead, then they're gonna go all the way with it.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And since then, I got to about the age of 21, and I thought, the path I'm going down, this is only ever going to get me into more trouble. So, I found myself a young lady, started to grow a family and all the rest of it. Later on, I found my lovely Mrs. P. Never, ever been in trouble since, ever.
So when is the success part going to happen?
Well, it is. It's all success. It's all success from there. My old man was getting knocks on the door every single weekend. Every weekend, knocking the door. It's the old Bill. Here's your boy. You know what I mean?
Hear a funny story about getting out of a ticket, though. A friend of mine had irritable bowel syndrome. So cop pulled him over for speeding. He pulls over on the side of the road. He was only speeding because he wanted to get home to take a crap. Okay, he had to go. So the cop pulls him over. And he goes, officer, I have IBF. Do you mind if I just run this on the parkway? Do you mind if I run in the woods for a minute, please? Oh, no, cop start yelling. He's okay. So he went right then and there in his pants.
Oh. Yeah.
So after about 30 seconds, the cop's he goes, I told you. He goes, I'm not kidding. Cop goes, get out of here. I don't recommend that you go in your pants, but it worked for him.
I think I would rather go to jail than do that in my pants.
Well, you know what, Steve? When nature
How
calls,
did we get onto this one?
Nature calls. It's simple as
It's
that.
my fault, Bruce. This kind of conversation follows me everywhere I go. So
over here, Steve, we call that the tortoise's head. When you got the tortoise's head, it's got to pop out. It's simple as that, right? It happens.
Over here, we call that prairie dogging.
Exactly that. You've got to do what you got to do. It's as simple as that.
I want to say one thing to the whole YouTube family there for giving all my condolences and all that. But there's one guy here I want to really say thank you to is Dave, the detective. Every day he would ask how I was doing.
There you go.
He's a great person.
Come here, Henry. Come here.
Dave, Dave. Sorry.
There you go.
And the funny thing is, Henry, is I rang the detective up every day to ask him to ring you to see how you were doing.
Yeah.
He actually called me.
Henry,
He called me every day to
you
find
every
out
day.
if
You
I
just
still
didn't
had the
answer.
hat. So
What was that, Ken?
I texted you every day. You just didn't answer. So,
Though I got a problem with that tech messaging. It doesn't let me know everybody that's calling.
It's called technology, Henry. It progresses as you get older, and you have to try and keep up with it. And it's just one of those things.
Henry, I was communicating with a lot of people who were asking about you and so on and so forth. So, don't think that it was just out of the kindness of my own heart. I was spurred on by some other folks.
I got a lot of emails, Henry. Everybody's big family. Here it is.
I want to thank everybody, anyways.
Well, it's what
because we love
do.
you, man.
It's what we do. And like I said earlier on, I had a gentleman email me just the other week because he was having an issue, and it's what we do. We just help each other out best we can, lean on each other. Because sometimes you can't tell your wife what's going on. You can tell your best friend, right?
Right.
And sometimes all you need is not to be spoken to, but just have someone listen. That's all we need, you know. And as we all know, mental health at the moment, you know, is absolutely rife, and some of the challenges that we've all had to face this year alone has put strains on many people, you know. And you know, it's when you come onto a live stream like this, and there are lots of others. You can sit here, you can have a laugh, and you know, you can get your sympathy, you can get your prop up and all the rest of it, and you can sit here and cry, and you know, it's just a good place to come and let some steam off, because us men are the worst for bottling stuff. Absolutely, we're the worst at it. You two in the middle there, you know, Brie and Stella, have a glass of wine. Tell a complete stranger all your problems.
About it.
Right, I'll tell you all about it.
I'll tell you all my problems, and I'll tell you all about my neighbour as well. They got bigger problems than me. You know, that's what they're like. But us blokes, now we bottle it up and we're men, and all of a sudden we go pop. You know, it's really tough. So
I'm not like that. I mean, I'm really not. If I've got a problem, I say it right now. And I do. People have, Bree and I have worked together since the day we met. We've always worked together, even when we had, you know, real jobs. I mean, when we worked for other people, we worked.
Wait, your jobs aren't real now?
No, not at all. But and sometimes some of the people we've hired have freaked out, because if Bree and I have a problem with each other, we don't take it outside and we don't wait till we get home. We deal with it right now, right there.
Yeah.
Don't go to bed angry.
It's gotten to a point where we're screaming at each other before, and people don't understand it means nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, the mouth and everything, we have to get this out right now. I think it's better. It is. It's healthier.
I think you're absolutely on the money there, Ron. And unfortunately, I didn't do that initially. It wasn't until I met Mrs. P, and actually have a wife who fully supports me in absolutely everything that I do. And then of course Riley Boy came along, which threw a complete curveball in our absolute world. And then Riley Boy taught us this amazing thing called patience. Where you know, if you just go flat out, you're going to make a mistake. So you've got to put the brakes on. You got to stop. You got to talk about it. You got to weigh up the odds. And me and Mrs. P, you know, we don't have a lot of having to clear the air sort of chats. We don't have a lot of that at all. But we do from time to time. We have to sit down and and just regroup and know we're both getting in the right direction and both got each other's backs, and then we just move on with our day. You know, but you're right now. I'm the same as you, Ron. I will quite happily blub. I've got no
and
problem.
luckily, since Bree has taught me that if I am in contradiction to her, I'm wrong. We don't have those kind of arguments anymore because I've learned over the last 20 some odd years that it's impossible for her to be wrong. She's always right.
No.
So
just make your life easier.
I've got one.
It helps.
There you go.
When Mrs. P and I got together, we decided that I would make all the big decisions and she would make all the small decisions. And in 34 years, I haven't had to make one single decision yet.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's like April and I. We have never had an argument. She just says, "This is how it's going to be," and I say, "Okay."
It's beautiful.
It's as simple as that. It solves a lot of problems.
You learned those magical words, yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
Happy wife.
You
happy
got
life.
it. I'm on it. There's the other one I use a lot. I'm on it.
Although, if she puts it on a list, like
oh, good Lord.
Put the light on the back of the house, the motion detector is broken. It'll stay that way for 2 months. But if she just reminds me, what about that motion detector on the side of the house? I'm on it. I'm on it.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Where do y'all see? I mean, y'all are pretty much around the country and most way around. Where do you see our business headed over the next 15 years? I mean, that's what I've got left. I mean,
I hate to say it, but you better get another voltmeter. You got to get another voltmeter.
My first career, I was an industrial electrician and instrumentation technician and process flow instrumentation and stuff like that. So I mean, I've got a very strong background But I mean, these things, you don't fix them, you replace them. I have to go to Echo School, and they show me that they don't sell parts for repair. If the motor isn't working, you get a new motor. If part of the controller isn't working, you get a new controller. You don't fix anything in these. And I mean, a lot of my guitars I've built. I mean, I put them together. It's not hard to do, to wire all that stuff together and solder. But I keep seeing all the time people saying in 20 years there's not going to be these, and I don't believe that. I mean, I don't think that there's going to be a lack of petroleum products, or powered products over those years. So
I absolutely believe well before 15 years that two-stroke engines will not be sold anymore.
No.
I absolutely believe that.
They're not going away.
Yeah, exactly. You're still going to be repairing. Like I'm still repairing two-stroke weed eaters or strimmers that are 25 years old.
Right.
So even if even if the EPA cracks down and says you can't sell a two-stroke weed eater anymore because there's a battery-powered one that's just as good. And has no emissions, so maybe they won't sell two-strokes anymore. But that just means they won't sell them anymore in the showroom. But you'll still be repairing them for years and years and years.
I also think, Steve, that just because you can't get hold of them, they're still going to be produced in places like China where you can still get them. I mean,
well, that's a really good point. Yeah.
I was talking to Luke, to Mend It Man, just the other day about this sort of topic. He was on about he's got a DeWalt trimmer and a Husky trimmer, which is really, really good, fantastic bit of equipment, both, and he endorses them both. He uses them professionally, but they're only good for light work use. They're no good for when you want to dig into a hedge and start knocking it back. So. From what I'm seeing, there's a good channel called The Fully Charged Gardener. He's been endorsed by Stihl and what have you, and he's got all the latest equipment from Stihl, all the latest stuff. And all the stuff I see him do is just lightly trimming. It's not actually real heavy work. So, what do you think, Luke? Do you think you can continue with your machine, your electric machinery, which lasts all day, apart from when you got to charge it up at night time or what have you, but it's still no good for the heavier stuff?
Yeah, well, I've got the Husqvarna Pro battery stuff, and the battery is brilliant. It lasts it will last all day for light trimming stuff. I use it on eco mode, so I don't even use it on its full power time. But when you're hitting back hedges, which are as thick as your thumb, say, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it, So that's when the Stihl combi comes out, and that'll do the job. So I still think they need to come quite a way with the professional stuff to actually be able to match the petrol stuff.
Okay. I would have thought, as far as the small engine stuff is concerned, that we'd be, way more into the battery stuff than we are by now. I think it's going to happen, but I don't think we're going to have electric cars for a long time, because every single house in my city will have to have a 200 amp service instead of a 100 amp service. So on Christmas Eve, there's going to be a turkey in the oven. The dryer's going to be going. The cars are going to be plugged in, and everything's going to be going red hot. So but I really don't know what's going to happen to the small engine stuff. I really don't.
Well, I mean, Ron and Chicanic, your main dealers. It's a shame James isn't around. Do you have any sort of foresight? I know you actually asked a question, but do you have a prediction in which you would like it to go, or do you think it's going to go electric and people are going to be sort of praying that they're going to be?
There's going to be a lot of electric, but you gotta realize that these batteries are incredibly dirty, and they don't last forever.
Yes, they are.
Right.
They're very dirty, and and there's going to be issues, with supply side on them also. But I've used all of the Echo equipment, and that little motor that they have for the string trimmers, they're incredible. They hit really hard. They're very fast. They're not a two-stroke machine, but the chainsaws that they have, they're good cross-cut saws. But I mean, I can't imagine what they'd have to, do as far as batteries to make a felling saw, something that's going to, be up in that, 73 to 76 cc range on a two-stroke, and to be able to last. I mean, even the crosscut saws, honestly, I mean, if you can get 20 minutes out of those batteries at full use, you're doing really, really good, because once you really start putting some pressure on them, I mean, they'll eat those batteries up, and you got to have another battery around to recharge that's already charged to keep going.
So let's talk about.
I don't sell the Echo.
I do have a comment to make on what you just said there, Bud.
Oh, go on, where you go?
Echo has a follower's chainsaw already built, battery powered.
Yeah,
it's called. They call it the Ghost. It's got a 32-inch bar on it. It'll cut 32-inch log in half. It's battery powered. It's huge chainsaw. They have it built. It's ready to go. But the biggest batteries that they can put into it, the battery only lasts for 17 seconds.
Yeah.
And it will cut a log. It will cut a log, like a huge log, in half the time a gas-powered chainsaw will. It's got so much torque, and it'll cut like crazy, but the battery only lasts for 17 seconds.
DC motors
so they are
waiting
for battery technology to catch up with them now.
So what about them? So what about you've all seen these programs on Sky TV of these big logging companies out in America and Canada and what have you. These guys are cutting down trees bigger than my belly.
Yeah. That's big.
Yes, it's big. If we got all electric, if we got all electric, the only other thing I've seen is some chainsaws now they come with this cord which goes up your back onto a backpack thing. We've got them over here in the UK. You got a big backpack.
Hydraulic?
Still have got a backpack battery set.
Oh yeah,
like a big backpack with loads of batteries in it. Yeah.
So now I'm seeing this 5'2" Canadian logger, right? And we all know what they're like. With his big chainsaw, right? And he's wading up there with all his first aid kit, wedges and helmet and glasses and all the rest of it, sharpening tool. He's got a big chainsaw on his back, and now he's got this big rucksack on his back as well. And now he's got to cut down this blinking great big tree. And I can't see him even getting through one tree. But he's on piecework. He's got to cut down 30 trees a day, whatever. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a cousin in Saskatchewan who has a trap line, and I can see this. He has one of those big Milwaukee or something electric chainsaws.
Probably a DeWalt.
Yeah, but he only has to, like, if a tree falls over his trap line rope, he only needs to
rub it in, Steve.
He only has to do 2 or 3 cuts on a trip.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for him to have under the seat of the snowmobile or whatever in his little trailer.
Yeah.
That's fine. But he admits that it's great because he might not use it for a month or two, and then he needs to do something on his trap line. So that's what he uses, and it works for him. But I can't see a commercial. I really can't see it happening commercially yet.
Battery powered chainsaws?
No. Yeah. What do you think, Steve?
There's tons of where I live on Vancouver Island. There's tons of arborists and whatnot that use battery powered chainsaws, but they're the small ones. They're like pruning saws and stuff.
So they're limbing.
Right.
Yeah, limbing. Yeah, exactly. So, and tons of them use them.
It's the same over here, Steve, on the railway. For cutting for our forestry team, they do a bit of felling. Nothing in the grand scheme of things like you guys have out in Canada and what have you. But we also cut sleepers up and all that sort of stuff as well. And they will take 2 chainsaws out, and they'll have a bank of batteries on a generator on charge. So they're using electric chainsaws to cut sleepers. That's being powered, having the batteries on
by a generator.
Power by a petrol generator,
which is wrong.
Right.
It just don't make no sense.
Well, there is no clean technology with what we're talking about it anyway. You're either polluting with the batteries or the electricity that you use to recharge the batteries. It's I hate to say it, it's just a lot of marketing. That's all it is. It's not fixing the problem. It's just a Band-Aid.
It's like electric cars. Well, you got a trailer.
Dirty at the end. It's only the user what's got it cleaner, isn't it? It's dirty both ends.
Yeah, the end use is cleaner.
Yeah.
You got an electric car. You got a trailer in the back with a generator.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, eventually we're gonna have to figure out something. I mean, we're going there. There's going to be an end point to fossil petroleum. So I mean, they're going to have to do something. I just think that's still like a long. That's not going to happen within our lifetime. That I would believe. But I've been wrong.
No,
about
maybe
other things
maybe
too,
not.
so.
But the only true way to be green through the whole cycle is through solar power to power the batteries that power the generator that power.
But you
That's all that
make
is.
the solar panels, and then the solar panels, have
solar panels.
Exactly.
Fine solar panels is fine if you're in the States. You try to have the solar panels over here in the UK. We don't see the sun.
Oh no, you don't. You don't.
Wind.
Well, also with that, I mean, I think a lot of people, I don't think they're teaching this right. There's nothing natural. There's nothing unnatural on this planet. Everything's supposed to be here.
Right.
And you talk about, polluting and everything like that. Yeah, but it was here to begin with. No space aliens came down and pumped this stuff into the ground and into the oceans. We did this, and it's supposed to be here. Right. So I don't think, the idea of unsustainability is, really that tight of a thought. I believe we can sustain a lot of this, and eventually we'll find other power sources.
I think what we could do is we could design a chainsaw, right? Which is sort of 12 foot long with 2 wooden handles at each end.
and put a man on each end.
Are you talking about what's hanging up above me here?
There you go.
Yeah. One of them?
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you? Where did you go? Are you there? Where you got there?
Sharp?
Right up there?
No, but Steve, what you need to do is
That's a great invention.
Down. You need to take it down, get it patterned. You could be a millionaire, right?
Oh, yeah. I invented that.
Okay, I have a series on my channel called Tools That Don't Need Fuel.
Yeah.
And it's axes and bow saws and sledgehammers and picks, and I shine them to that chrome that I like. You guys see me do that.
You know what I don't get? We in the United States are cleaning our air, and that air goes over towards you guys in London and England. China, all that air that's polluted comes to the United States.
You guys in America are cleaning the air with your V8s and your V6s. Get out of town. I'm not even listening to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Doesn't Fiat own Chrysler? And who owns Chevy now? I mean, we just got Ford. That's it. All the rest of the cars are basically owned by or come in from someone else.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't coming from us, mate. We're over here in the UK, we don't make nothing.
Nothing. You can't blame us.
Can't blame us. Everything comes from China, from the UK. We don't even own the containers that ship it. It's as simple as that.
That's right. That's right. China owns all those containers.
There's a byproduct. We have the oil sands, tar sands, if you want to call them either side, right here up here in Alberta. And now one of the main byproducts coming out of that is lithium. It's a byproduct for the oil sands. So that's okay. Get that lithium out of the ground if it doesn't stink up the world too much.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, and the ocean rising is all those containers falling off the ships.
That's right.
That China's coming over.
I can definitely see what your point now, Henry, about the US and whatever, cleaning up the air using your big 70-foot yarders and what have you to transport logs up and down and all your big lorries. And I've even seen helicopters to cut trees down. What the hell about?
They do.
That's awesome.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Awesome.
You see out there. They cut. I've seen helicopters cut trees down in Revelstoke.
The chainsaw that's like 100 feet long.
Yeah.
It's cool.
There was a big thing in the west coast of Canada, like several years ago, maybe 30 years ago now, where they didn't want to clear cut anymore, and so they were doing what they called selective logging. So they would fly the big air crane, the helicopter that can lift like anything. It's so big, and they would drop fallers down. They would literally just fly over the wilderness and see one tree that was just gigantic tree worth like $100,000 for one tree. And they would rappel fallers down there. There you go, Kenny. They would rappel.
We built the
loggers down. They climb up and they'll top the tree and they'll prune the tree, and then the helicopter hooks up to the top of the tree. And then the fallers cut the tree off at the bottom. And as they do it, the helicopter lifts that entire tree out, and it's worth like $100,000 for that one tree.
It's so great to see. It's so great to see renewable energy at its finest.
Yeah.
It's
right.
Well, that's way better than clear cutting. It's way better than just slashing an entire forest down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I would imagine one of those big Sitka spruces has got to be worth a lot of money. Huh?
Wow. Yeah.
Down here, I mean, we're in big cutting country here. I mean, and we've got International Paper here. We've got Georgia Pacific. We've got Weyerhaeuser here. They have been growing throughout the entire, my entire lifetime. They've been growing down here, and I mean, they've got turnover times. They'll grow for so long in these plots, and then they'll sell it off because when they come in, they clear cut. I mean, but they leave the hardwood, any hardwood that's growing subsequently, because I mean, they're corn road trees. And as soon as they get done, I mean, all they've got is hardwood, and then they'll sell that land off after their second, usually after their second cut, and they'll go buy more land and, plant corn rows of pine trees there. But here, when they clear cut, I mean, they take everything. So
I just feel, Ron, that it's going to be a question of they're going to get so far with electric, and they're going to have to stall because it's going to get to a point where they're going to push as far as they can, but production for all the stuff that we need, whether it be just cutting grass, meadow straw, or meadow hay, lumber and what have you, we're just not going to keep up. It's as simple as that. So,
but Mick, 10 years from now, what do you do with all the dead batteries?
They're recycled, aren't they?
Send them to Canada.
It's pollution, though. You can't just grind them back up.
Yeah. We send them to a place called Vancouver Island. Send them over there.
They'll deal with them.
Yeah,
it's perfect garbage dump for the world.
It'll be like what they do with nuclear spent fuel rods. They go to a salt mine in Utah and they get buried 3 miles.
They get buried under a mountain.
Yeah,
I was watching a video from India. The guy split open the battery, dumped the old acid out. I don't know what kind of it was, but he took all the lead out and he redid the whole battery and put new acid in or water.
I saw that.
And he, was selling the batteries back to the people.
Yeah, doesn't Klaus do that with his reclaimer?
But in India, I don't think they care what they're pouring into the ground. They just
they don't.
dump them.
Yeah.
Well,
we can all be clean and wonderful, but there's still 8 billion of us out there.
When will we learn the lesson? Burying something under a mountain is very, very similar to sweeping something under the rug.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. It's going to bite us in the bum. Well, not us,
we tried shooting it into space, but it ended up coming back.
Yeah.
If they could only just jettison that stuff to the sun, with a big.
Well, they don't have to do that.
It came from underneath a mountain.
That's
where that material came from. It came from underneath the mountain.
Yeah.
At one point, it was just raw uranium, and of course, after we get done, doing all that with it, it is quite a bit different. It's not exactly the same thing, but.
I don't see why they don't build a conveyor over, a volcano and just conveyor all that stuff into the volcano, let that burn up.
Yeah, but then it'll go into the air and we'll all be breathing it for 20 years.
Yeah, but look at what's coming out of there now.
So once again, Henry, you come up with a stupid idea. There's no way we're going to be able to have a battery power conveyor belt going up towards a blinking volcano. It's going to have to be diesel powered.
See what Mr. Wayne has to say. He is exactly right.
What was that? I missed that. Jumped.
The world has enough problems with plastic right now. Yep, that's what we need. Yeah. Exactly, because everyone throws them away. If one little thing goes wrong, boom, throw it away and buy a new one.
Yep. It's just a throwaway world.
Throwaway society.
Right.
But isn't it weird how we evolved to that? Because I can remember, I'm not that old in the grand scheme of things. Shut up. I can remember my dad taking my shoes down to the local shop, down to the local cobblers, to go and be resold.
Yeah,
you know, and you know, when your TV broke, you took it to this place called a TV repair shop.
Yeah.
You know, I can remember taking down a DVD player about 10, 15 years
webcams,
ago.
hot chat, girls and boys, video chat now. Woohoo!
Here they come.
Boom. So long.
I'm getting to the age where I'm washing Ziploc bags. I don't know about y'all, but
yeah.
We are a throwaway society. That's what we want.
Yeah.
But like Mick said, I grew up in the sort of 80s, and it wasn't like that in the beginning part of the 80s. It wasn't such a throwaway world. Now,
no,
since the 2000s, sort of since 2000 onwards, it has gone a lot worse. Actually, when we started importing much more from China, actually, I think it's got worse because it's so cheap that people just don't care.
It is.
Right.
Yeah, we traded quality for convenience.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's changed an enormous amount.
Look what you just started, fella.
Throwaway tractors and things. I have a customer who bought a lawn tractor just to keep his kids busy. All right. And at the end of the season, he's like, I'll throw it away. I don't care. I go, why'd you buy it? Well, it keeps the kids busy for 2-3 hours on the weekend. And I was like,
right. And you know, the shoes I tried to take to the repair shop to get them resold, they don't make them resolable anymore. You know, it's hard to find shoes that you can
they're
get
ultrasonically welded together. They're not.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
They have a hard time finding a guy to resole them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Only the very expensive shoes.
The tradesmen aren't sort of around like they used to be.
Yeah. Used to be the machining, and that went all out, you know. Now all these other trades are going out. I don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Well, 3D printing, you're doing it in plastic and metal now. So before you know it, right?
Yeah.
So, are you scared then, Ron?
Not yet. I mean, you know, like
it's not going to be.
I was really young, I guess, when I was scared. For the only time, the rest of the time, nah, I'm pretty good. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not scared. You know, we're
There's always something to do.
Next week, I'm good.
It'll be what it'll be.
All I'm going to do is very, very simple. I'm not going to stress about it. I'll just wait for Steve and for Lawnmower Lady and for Luke and Chicanic and Miss Lawnmower Detective to repair a strimmer. I'll copy it, put my own twist on it, put the video out.
Well, you know, you mentioned you mentioned earlier about having a whole bunch of videos in the can and ready to go. There was at one time when I had several of those ready to go, but I would sometimes just rearrange the order of what I was going to release something because I saw somebody do something else the day of or the day before. I'm like, I'll just rearrange the schedule. No point in slamming anybody with whatever. I've done that.
Yeah.
So have I, actually. I can't remember what video it was, but it was only a few months ago where I was ready to put a video out, and then somebody beat me to it, and I went, "You got to be kidding me!"
Right.
They just put the same video out that I was going to put out in like 2 hours.
Dave,
and then I just missed that. And I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing it now because it'll just look like I'm copying them." So.
What do you got to say about that, Dave?
Hey?
Steve, did you see Donny Boy and Mower Medic's video this week?
Yeah.
Oh my God! What? I put that video out like months ago, but hey, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Everybody.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that there's only so many videos you can do.
Yeah,
so I put that video out. But,
we want faces, different faces.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Donny Boy putting that out. Like,
no. What it was Donny Boy put a video out. 3 minutes later, Mower Medic releases exactly the same video, just with different accent.
No, it was 10 hours later.
Oh, okay, 10 hours
later. Oh, you're keeping track?
I checked. Yeah, it was like 10, 11 hours later, Mower Medic put that out. Technically, if you watch both of them, they're not really the same video, same idea, but...
See, I use a little mini screwdriver. I don't use a drill bit. So that's different.
Yeah, that's the same problem we had with the tiller, Steve. Same tiller, just different person.
Right,
It's
right.
funny. It's
exactly.
funny how the lawnmower detective rang me up on the day and said, "You watch me mess this man up." I tell you, I tell you something, mate, bro. You got no scruples at all about stepping on toes. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. That's when actually I did a video like a few days after Detective did one.
Yeah.
And then I realized like days later, wow, I just did the same exact video he did, and everybody thinking I'm copying it. And I actually emailed you, didn't I,
way
Dave?
better though.
Oh, please, whatever. It's just different. That's all. It's just different.
I did see that come up, Steve, and me being me, I didn't want to get involved and stir the pot up. I just kept well out of it.
I actually emailed Dave and I said, dude, I just realized I did this. I had no idea that I just did that. And sorry, man. But
I think what we
I
should
hardly
do,
ever do a video, so it's like, what are the chances of me stepping on somebody else's toes? So
to be fair, Dave, you only do about 3 videos every 4 years. So to be fair, yeah,
that's true. That's about right. Yeah.
I think what we should do is between all of us, all the YouTube community, Small Engine Nation community, we should all have a schedule and email each other of what video we're going to release in one day.
Yeah.
Norman Detective, can you admin that for us, please?
Okay. I'm going to make a command decision and say Ken should mastermind that because he can keep it all straight in there.
Well, it's not like you're busy at work, brother, is it? You know what I mean? You're normally sat at work, feet up.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. So it's not like you're busy all the time, bruv.
Well, you're going to have to help me because you're not as busy as you think.
I don't know how to turn a computer on, mate. I can't help you with that. I have no idea at all.
All right.
But yeah, it's what it is, and like I've always said, and I think I was telling Man this the other week, is that just because Steve put a video out or Bruce put a video out, if you've got the same video, it's cool because if you don't put that video out, your name's not in the hat. You've got to put that video out to try and capture some of the audience. So if you just say I can't release that video, I'll delete that video now because Steve put one out. Your name's not in the hat. You've got to put your name out there, Oh, that'd be Stella.
Stella's compressor again?
Stella has the same connection as what Bruce has got on his compressor.
Poor Stella.
Yeah, I'd just leave it. Like, if I saw one come out and I had one in the bank, I would just leave it longer and put it out a month later or something. That's what
I do too. Yeah.
I would probably, if I saw Steve put a video out and I knew mine was due to come out the same week, I'll just change my thumbnail and put Steve on the front of it. That's what I'll do.
Kind of sounds like what Donnie Boy 73 is doing, isn't it?
Yeah. So for me, when I go to Mexico for 3 months, if I didn't schedule at least one video a week, my channel would crash to absolutely zero by the time I got home.
How many do you hope to have to put out before you go?
Well,
at least 15 or 16.
Yeah.
I think the last time Bruce went away, didn't you have a problem with your scheduling, Bruce?
I don't know.
Yeah,
yes, I did. I would release 2 or 3 the same day.
3 videos out the same day. It's great.
So that ruined your plan a bit.
Yes, it's great.
Just a sec, I'm eating. I'll mute here.
I was like, crap, Bruce is on fire. 3 videos in one day. That man's pumping about.
Hey, I want a lunch plan like he does.
Fudgy smugglers on, and a bit of suntan going on, and his YouTube studios putting videos out every half hour. Great.
And then I don't do any in March. And then I don't. Are we good? Yeah. I don't do any videos in March, and then I can mix and match a little bit, and do some metal detecting or something down there. And that's how I get through it.
You don't do any videos in March?
Because I'm in Mexico, January, February.
Well, I know that. I would just, if you haven't plotted out, I'd just.
Is that not a busy time?
Yeah,
is what he's probably wondering.
Yeah, and what I'm trying to wonder is, we haven't been through a full year yet.
Yeah.
Like this, and
right.
Is there a is there a curved season?
March?
You say end of February, March, views start to kick up a little bit more, and then they start to fade as you approach August. And Or I don't, like I said, I don't know. I don't
Well,
have any
snow
idea.
blowers keeps me going right through the winter, right? So when I leave, somebody else is fixing snow blowers.
Yeah, he gets home from Mexico. There's still snow on the ground.
For someone like someone like Steve, it makes no odds. He put a video out to get 3 million views in the first 10 minutes anyway, so it's irrelevant for Steve.
Doesn't matter.
For us in the UK, it's quite important to put mower repair videos out quite a lot in sort of March, April time, really, because that's when everybody's going to be going to try and start them, and if they've got a problem, they could do well then. What do you think, Mick?
Yeah, I think there definitely is. It's difficult to tell this year because of COVID. So with all the lockdowns, lots more people were doing more social media. So very hard to tell. I've been doing it about 2.5 years. I think you're right, Luke, especially over here in the UK. Around March, February time is when people are dragging their machines out of the shed and trying to start them and not starting up, you know.
So we still have 3 feet of snow on the ground or 2 feet of snow on the ground.
Yeah, I hear that. But so what I do in the quieter months is try and get some more viewers back by swapping over to the vintage stuff. So the restoration videos and that sort of stuff will take a bit more time. You know, you put a mower on a bench and it's going to be in the workshop for 4 weeks. You know, so I try and pump out those sort of videos just to try and mix it up a touch, because you can't keep doing carburetor cleans in December because everyone's getting drunk ready for Christmas. You know, they're not worried about mower lawn.
Hey, Mick, question on videos though: can you time them? What's the longest length of time you can go out with future videos on YouTube?
Okay. Well, I've started. Can I interrupt on that? Can I interrupt on that? Okay, every August the 7th now, I do a video for the next August the 7th.
Yeah, that's right.
And I talk about what life was like this year, but I schedule it a year out. And then it's fun to look back over the year to see what happened versus what I did a year ago.
Will you actually upload it and schedule it for a year and then forget about it?
It's already there, and every time I log into my video streams, that video is at the top. It's waiting to go 11 months from now.
How many videos, though, can you put in that, whatever?
I bet you could do 50.
Holy cow. Okay.
I bet you can do more.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think there'd be a limit.
Do we just make a bunch of videos and just...
So literally, I've just gone onto one of my videos to schedule it, and it says the 3rd of October, 2021. I don't think you can skip up in the years. I don't think it's going to let me do that. Yeah, I think. Let me go to next October. Yeah, that's next October. I'm 2023 right now. 2000. Yeah, you can schedule it 10 years out.
Yeah.
So, and now I've got about 15 videos on my desktop. I just store them there. I shouldn't, because if something happens, they're gone. But I'm editing. You know, I'm editing some from 4 weeks ago, and I'll do that. Like this tool is, it's coming out Tuesday, and I did it last week. So, yeah, it's all over the place, and that's why I try and dress the same now in every video, so people really don't know what time the video came out.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all are like
hey, Stella, just so you know, you're muted.
Bruce we don't know what video we're going to make until
Thank you, Steve.
You're back.
Bruce has everything written down. I'm telling you, he knows what to wear.
Yeah, but I still take 10 minutes of my back in every video.
And the only thing is with Bruce, I can always tell when it's different, because he's got a different color workshop band-aid on, whether it be red tape, black tape, or green tape. You can always tell the difference. So you know it's not the same week. That's the only way you can tell.
Or if the camera just happens to pick green grass out the garage door, and it's January, I'm like, gotta fix that.
Well, Bruce, you should go ahead and upload those videos to YouTube now. If anything, it's going to be a backup. And if you decide to change it or add it, then, if you haven't released the video yet, then you can just re-upload it again if you want to make a change or whatnot. But
I do change the date. If I've got some good flow going on, I'm at 2 strokes right now, and I've still got 4-stroke lawnmowers away. I'll change the flow of the channel for about a month and do those lawnmowers, and then skip back into the chainsaws when people are cutting firewood in the winter here. So,
you can rearrange that
a lot. Yep, I do it all the time.
I do have a question for everybody that's more experienced. When they ask you to do a video for people like new subscribers or returning subscribers, it pops up immediately on your page. What did y'all do about that? Like, did you
the trailer video?
Or?
Well, yes, I had a little trailer video, which is just me talking, just a minute and a half of, here's my channel, this is what I'm doing. And for the longest time, I had that video as an unlisted video. and then it shows up on my homepage for people who hit on the homepage. But for subscribers, I have another video that they see if they are already subscribed, so people don't have to see the same thing over and over again. And I finally got smart and released it so I could get some more, viewing hours. I didn't even realize it was unlisted, so I wasn't getting credit for any of those viewing hours that are there. But it's just for something to land on your page that if nobody is subscribed or they run into it by accident, they go, "What is this?" And it'll be a nice, easy way for you to say, "Hey, this is who I am and this is why I'm doing it." I've seen some people do, videos that are 15, 20 minutes long, and that's great if you want to highlight a particular video. But if it's just an intro, boom, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes tops, let people know who you are and what you're doing, and, that's it.
Yeah,
I
just felt weird. I felt weird about
I've completely stopped doing the intro videos. I just left that. I don't have one.
Yeah,
I think what Stella's on about, Bruce, is on her homepage she has an intro video. Is that what you're on about, Bruce, or not? So on Stella's homepage she'll have one video which is pinned at the top. So if you click on Stella's homepage, you'll have.
If you're unsubscribed, you will see this video.
A minute video saying, "Hi, I'm a lawnmower lady. This is what." Yeah.
I to be honest with you, I haven't even looked. I probably have one that's 2 years old on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the one you got there, Bruce, you've actually got a black beard, so it's quite old, bro.
Well, I've been on 9 years now.
Have you really?
And
I hope I'm still doing this 9 years from now.
I still struggle with filming.
Oh, Bruce, get out of it. There's nothing wrong with your filming. Your camera works fine. It's just the angle sometimes is not where it needs to be.
Yeah. We love the singing. We love his singing,
Yeah,
that's right.
The Bruce Pender song.
Right.
That's right.
Oh yes, I'm the great Bruce Pender.
10 years ago, Bruce.
I think what is good is that from what I'm seeing through the community, everybody is trying to put their own little twist on their own little videos, and everyone's got their own little sayings and their own little bits and pieces that they do, and it's great to see people are being sort of thinking outside the box and doing their own thing and making their videos stand out from everybody else. Otherwise, it is just copying everybody else. So it's good to see that.
It's donut time.
Donut time, yeah. It's good. And long may it last. Even well into battery and cordless power. Long may it last.
Yeah, something I've noticed over. I've spent a lot of time since Free was monetized going over the stats and everything and the analytics, and it really kind of surprised me that there's no way for us, the creators, to pick an audience. I mean, I'm sure Alphabet could do it, but us, I mean, we have to take exactly because our target audience, mine anyway, when Free, conceived this and started thinking about it, I was looking for, a higher percentage of female viewers. And I mean, our viewership is 96% male.
Yeah.
Right.
Mine's very similar. Even
right.
my small channel.
That's what mine is.
Very, yeah.
Can I say one more thing on that subject?
Yeah, go on, Bruce.
What blows me away is that only 10% of my viewers are subscribers.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
That's about what mine is.
Throws me.
Hey,
that throws
Ron,
me.
Ron, I have a suggestion. If you put out a video showing your legs at the pool, like
yeah, I have thought about that.
He's got great calves.
Yeah, I did think about that, but
I do mine.
I think Steve was saying that he's getting a higher percentage of female followers. I think from what he said a little while ago, his percentage has gone up slightly. But
ours does, from time to time, like sometimes we'll get up to like 12, 13%. And by, the next time I check it again, like the next 28-day span, it's back down 4 to 6%. So,
yeah. I think to be fair though, Ron, is I think YouTube do manipulate certain elements. I think it's fair to say, I mean, over here in the UK, I think we get a rougher end of the stick when it comes to YouTube because it's owned by Google, American built and all the rest of it. I think the UK get a bit of a not so much view time. I think, so we tailor-made some of our videos with American sayings or spell the words how you American spell things to try and drag some of that American market over, you know.
And I do just the opposite.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my viewers are in, only 60% or so of my viewers are in the USA. The rest of them are somewhere else. Yeah.
Ooh. Who's that?
That's Ken.
But Ken, is that from your latest video, or is that your full channels?
That's full channel.
Well, that's
fantastic. Oh yeah, because see, so my full channel analytics are something like 10, maybe 12% subscribed, and the rest are unsubscribed.
I think the difference with you, Ken, possibly, but that doesn't sort of calculate to Bruce, is that you spend a lot of time on live streams over here in the UK. So predominantly you could be catching that market, but
I'm more UK than US, I think, right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, because you guys were always saying how the UK market, because of the time shift, you guys were losing out on the American audience.
Yeah, it's weird how. Well, I'm sure YouTube has a big cordless back-powered robot somewhere. That mucks with the numbers. It's as simple as that.
But a lot of it also is, I mean, when I think about it, I mean, Bree's got, going on 34,000 subscribers.
76% are not subscribed.
Yeah, and I mean, she's got like 3 or 4 videos with over 100,000 views. So obviously there's a whole lot of non-subscribed, but what'd you say it was? 76%?
76% are not.
Well, that video with all the views is the one with her fly was down. So
that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I just put out that ethanol video, and I think it's actually now I think my best sort of video is come back after 3 weeks with about 85,000 views in 3 weeks, which I think is really good.
Yeah, really good.
But out of 85,000 views within 3 weeks on one video, you think you might get maybe 2,000 more subscribers out of that. You know what I mean? But just. So,
hey, Mick,
Mick, how many? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was going to ask you.
I discovered something on monetization, though. This past month, like I told you guys, I didn't get anything this month because I didn't have the $100 threshold. Okay, I mean, usually averages, a little or whatever. But anyway, I did that live with Jim the other day. Okay, and we had a lot of people on there. That generated like $25 in like 2 days.
Yeah.
I was like, my God, it does make sense. When you have the heavy hitters on there, the Steves, the Bruces, the Micks, stuff like that, you do a live stream or something like that. I was amazed that it went up so much so fast just because of one video.
Yeah.
Well, Mick, on your ethanol video, have you looked to see where your viewers are from on that? Are those mostly UK people?
To be perfectly honest, Stella, and I am honest, don't really care.
Yeah.
I no, it's not that, Bruce. I've always said I'm here to have fun,
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and run through my analytics for the past 12 months on how. Why is that video not performing very well in the month of May? I'm not really worried,
I don't care at all, but that's all he does.
But you obviously hit a chord. You obviously hit a chord with the whole E10 thing happening in the UK, and I don't know how much that is anywhere else. So that's probably a big part of that.
I think I released a video on the 2nd of September, and the ethanol E10 fuel came in on the 1st of September. So I think it was a bit of a hot potato at the time.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I did plan to do it a week in advance. Is what I did plan to do, but it didn't happen because Bruce put a video out on ethanol a week prior, so I couldn't do it. No, joking. So, but in all honesty, I don't really work a lot out on my tags, on my hashtags. I put in what I think is relevant, and then you see someone like Bree put a video out and it goes, "Pachang!" I think, my God, what's she doing?
She has legs. She has pretty legs.
It's not just that, is it? You gotta have the right. You gotta hit the right algorithms for it to generate initially. You got to do that. Because I think Bree, you only had 8,000 subscribers at that point before it started to escalate right up. So you can't really say that with only 8,000 subscribers, it just went like that initially. You must have hit the right algorithm somewhere without even knowing it.
Yeah. Totally.
and that video took off. So I've hit the right algorithm on me ethanol one, and I've tried to sort of simplify and try and make my other videos that I've released in this week look the same, with regards to how I've done the tags and what have you. And it's made in fact they're worse. They're actually not known as well. So.
I mean, a lot of these videos are shared, and
yes,
honestly, if you get the right person, and you'll never know who it is, to share a video, it can be enormous because I mean, somebody with 450, 500,000 followers on Facebook can say, "Look what I saw," and all these people will go to it and see it, and that will throw you into the higher trending category or whatever it is that YouTube does.
No,
that's how I broke 1,000. Steve and Bruce here, my two buddies, they threw a shout out to me. Boom. It's like 300 overnight. It was unbelievable.
I'm going to tread on some people's toes here, I think. I'm going to be honest. Okay? If you get a lady showing flesh in a male-dominated video call, you're going to get a hell of a lot more likes than a man.
Oh, okay, yeah, I fully take that on board. Okay,
especially with a male 90% audience.
Yeah, no, I take that on board. Okay, but we're not talking about clickbait in this instance.
No, we're not.
Okay. But what I'm saying to you is like Stella, she's a lady.
Absolutely.
And she's got 1,000 subscribers.
Absolutely.
But predominantly, most of your videos that you have, Stella, you're same as Bree. You're fully clothed and you just do the job, get it done, and what have you.
Right.
There are lots of other videos where you see a little bit more than perhaps you think you might going to, and that video is going to go absolutely bonkers. But I truly believe if you got the right title, you got the right tags. Someone shares it out, like you say, Ron, which just gives it that little tiny bump start. I think it's irrespective of the actual thumbnail or content. If it gets shared out correctly, it automatically just generates and it goes off. Some videos that have gone out there have been produced by men. They've got no women involved in it at all, but yet they still go absolutely haywire. They just go bonkers.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to add real quick. I don't want anyone thinking Bree changes for her videos.
Yeah.
Those shorts she wears to work.
My flip-flops.
And her flip-flops. I mean, she's at the shop fixing chainsaws on the counter in her Daisy Dukes and her flip-flops.
This is what
I got to say something.
That's just her. That's what she does. And in the winter, she's in.
Oh, you're going to see me in my coveralls all winter long. No.
We hate the cold.
I hate cold. So.
If I see something that's blatantly, clickbait sexual, I don't even watch it. I mean,
I don't.
It's attractive for the side, okay. No. But I know what they're doing and I don't agree with it. I like the real thing, where you take that screwdriver and you push it right up your thumbnail and it's a complete accident and there it is for the whole world to see.
I agree.
And that's what I like.
Yeah, definitely. But how do you then account for the blokes that are putting stuff out there and the video then goes haywire? Because it's the complete opposite to the spectrum that we're talking about. So you get a normal channel, and let's just take Steve for instance. He's got good numbers. He's got a good following. When he puts a video out, it goes nuts regardless. I look at his views and think, Christ, how did you manage one live stream for 2.5 hours? Okay, and it's got like 17,000 views on it already.
You got to eat the elephant. I remember watching Donny Boy 73 9 years ago. He was in it 3 years before me, and I used to say, "Oh my God, how does he get 1,000 views on one video?"
It's like anything on TV.
And now if I put a video out on Tuesday, it's got 1,800 views by Wednesday morning.
Right.
It's like anything on TV. Male or female, if you're photogenic and your voice fits, it will work.
Yeah, 100%. But the problem is, you see, with that, Jeff, is that before anyone watches your video, they don't know if your voice does fit or if your photo, or anything like that, because you got your all you got is your thumbnail. That's all you've got. And you've got to separate that from the men from the boys, right?
He's got a lot there because
just like Project Farm, he gets millions of views.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And he has nothing in his thumbnail but tools.
Right. But it's a snowball thing. It just snowballs. The more viewers, the more subscribers, the more it just goes and goes and goes.
I've been, Bree and I have been married for a very long time, but we've been together for 20 years now. And there's something that I've learned about my wife, and I learned it fairly quickly, is people like Bree. And I mean, honestly, Bree walks into a room, people want to be around her, people want to talk to her, and she is very pretty, but it's more than that. But I can see it in Mick too. People they like Mick, and I believe it has a lot to do with it. Is to gather all this, people have to like you, and nobody likes me. I mean, you can add. I'm not.
Whoa. When you look at somebody, when you first meet them, you know whether you like them or not.
Ron, that's
whether it's on TV or not.
In fact, Ron, I'm going to move you next to me. I think you're absolutely great, and I even bought a red feather boa. I'll have you know. Just so I can right about that. I think you're right. Man. This is what I'm saying about the YouTube channels and making it unique to you. If you make it unique to you to begin with, and don't copy another channel,
right?
And you have a good personality, and you're well driven.
That is important.
You got to see this.
It is.
You've got to see this. So I told Ron, I was like, you're going to do the live stream with me because I got a lot of people wanting to know about you and stuff like that for our live stream tomorrow. So we took a picture together, and this was the first one he took. I'm like, there's no way you can have that face. Can you see it? I'm like, that face of that makes you look like you're just a jerk. No, smile.
I tell you what, that reminds me of ZZ Top.
I know you've heard it 1,000 times, right?
Absolutely.
So see,
you freeze my end or that?
See how much better he looks whenever he smiles, and he looks like, aren't you, happy? Yeah.
It's funny how you're holding that right in front of his face.
Yeah. Don't you want to talk to him now?
But then, to be fair, Bree, you can now use filters now on mobile phones to enhance the photograph.
I could, yeah.
Bree, by the way, Bree is next to you,
Uh-huh.
Next to you.
As I said before, Ron, as soon as I met you, me and you just gelled straight away, and I believe if me and you went out to a bar and had a beer, we'd have a great time.
I think we'd end up in jail, Mick.
Okay. Yeah. I still think it would be a good time. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe one of these days, maybe we can get over there. You can get over here one of these days.
I need to join
you to real whiskey.
I need to join that meeting. I really need to join that meeting. I really do.
This whole entire every time I have a panel, and I think it's fair to say, on a Saturday night, lots of people come over here for a good old time, and the panel is full up with lots of really, really good, interesting individuals with different personalities, different walks of life, and that's what makes us all unique, and we can all come together from different variations of life and what have you, but yet we all have one common thing, which is just being polite, and getting along and having a good time, and that's what it's all about. I haven't seen anyone really come up here really get an arsey attitude and all the rest of it, and upset everyone. The idea is to enjoy ourselves, and it's great when you got Americans, hell, even the Canadians are funny at times. You got some people up here, and we can all have a great laugh. That's what it's about.
See, Mick, I'm proud of you. I was waiting for you to see my picture blow up.
Yeah.
Can I go back
in common though? Like halfway through, the camera goes beep. The battery's dead. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys mind?
Hey, I think we're going to get out of here, guys.
Go on, Steve.
I think we're going to get out of here. Luke, before we go,
Okay.
tell Laura not to take the curtains down again. We love those.
Whoa! Don't bring up the curtains for Christ's sake. What's up with you?
No.
It's all right.
I need a shower.
They're back by popular demand.
We'll
There
see
you go.
y'all later. Mick, thanks for having us up here. Y'all be
Later,
happy.
Gator.
Bye, Sergeant. Bye,
Bye.
How
Sergeant.
you do, Dave?
Bye. Take
Bye.
care, Henry.
And
Take care,
Dave.
Dave.
Can I just say something?
Guys,
a previous,
I gotta go. I gotta go too. Just
Where are you going?
I just realized it's April's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, come on.
You are so busted. You are so busted, man.
No, I'm gonna.
Bad man.
Okay.
You're in
No,
trouble.
no,
You're in
it's
trouble.
okay. I just realized it right now, so I got to take off because now I got even more things to do. But before I go, I did want to show you guys. Our stickers did come in, so
All right.
see the stickers.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
All
there.
right.
Okay. And okay. And now look at this. Look at this. So expect this envelope right here. This is April's creation.
Nice.
See,
Nice.
isn't it?
Okay,
Isn't it nice how April can go be really, really busy doing stickers and doing envelopes, and you go and forget her birthday?
Steve,
I
do you
know.
need our credit card number?
Oh, dear.
I did not forget.
Not yet. You
Right.
haven't.
You
No.
just didn't
Just
remember
remembered.
today.
You just remembered, Steve. You've just
Okay.
remembered.
So I got to take off and do some stuff. But everybody whose address I already have, or keep your eyes open for that envelope right there. And I'm going to put some other goodies in there for you guys too. So we're mailing those out
I
as we
just got a text. April's watching. You're screwed.
I knew I was going to regret giving her your phone number, Ken. I knew it.
Oh, Lord.
You see, Henry, and you call me a bad man. You call me a bad man. You're,
God, I knew it just snuck up on me. That's all I knew.
you're a bad man, Steve.
Well,
Well,
okay.
Steve,
Wish her
thanks for
well.
coming up,
I gotta go. See you guys. Oh, also, I have a video coming out tomorrow, so no self promotion. Sorry about that, Mick.
Wait, he didn't tell us.
Old Frank. I said old Frank with Pertro and I did stand up ready to be taken off. But he did used to wear some sometimes. Yeah. But boy, he did wear some before he could take him off and he stand up right with Harold. He's a stand up right anytime. But he didn't take his off. They were stiff.
Oh yeah. Good evening. Good evening.
How you doing?
I got here eventually. How are you all?
I think you were knocking on the door in the basement, but my basement. Jeff came up. Where did Jeff go? Did Jeff disappear? Oh yeah, Jeff gone as well. Yeah, Jeff came up, and I think you was the other person trying to knock on the door at the same time. So,
all right, mate, no problem. I know my place. Don't you worry about that, boy.
Well, hope you do. So I'm going to ask. How's your week? Anything interesting happen?
Well, funny you might say running? That. Strange. Oh, hang on. I bet me. Strange. I had something. It's a crane fly around here somewhere. I had a stranger knock on my door yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Now there's nothing more strange than that, I can tell you.
Was he like a slim, fair-skinned Italian dark-haired man, or
no?
No, it was you, Max.
Oh, was it me? Was it? So he was bald head, overweight, and tattooed.
Yeah, look at the old haircut, eh? Yeah, we reckon, eh?
Yeah, are you going back to get it finished?
No, I've sued her.
So as Conker just said, I drove all the way down to wherever he lives. All I know is they're cross-eyed and got web feet. That's all I do know. I drove all the way down to go and see him, and I spent a good 2 or 3 hours down with Top Conker the other day, and what I was saying to you, Henry, about it's technology and moving forward. I spent an hour helping Conker edit an 7-minute video.
You're a good man, Sir Mick. You're a good man.
That's about right.
I'm not that good because when I edited it all up, I said, right, have you got it? He said, yeah. You know, sort of trying to be a bit bolshy. And then I clicked the red X button, and when it said save project, I put no. So he had to go and do it himself.
You killed it.
He did. Honest to God. And I was sort of sat there going,
oh, how many guys have done that?
No, you do it yourself, he said. Oh, my Lord. What a pick. Hang on. A crane fly my ear.
Yeah.
And, we got through it, and what you see is what I did. What I did do that, I did do.
You did do it.
What did you
do
just
that
say?
all by yourself. And to be fair,
yeah, very nearly. Yeah, so, of course, now this morning we've had this terrible rain out here, and the garage is now flooded out. So it's flooded. So, any crane flies here. So I've been out there this afternoon trying to sweep all the water out of the garage. So it's sorry, I got this crane fly. He's in love with me, I think. But yeah, I tell you what, it's good fun. We enjoyed it. I fed him with a pasty that was about that big.
You only gave me one.
You never decides what you're talking about. But yeah, it was good fun. We enjoyed it, and it was very good, and it was good. And I showed him all my bits. And, well, not my bits. No, not my bits.
He showed you his bits.
No.
In the
garage. He said, "I'm going outside for a smoke under," and at that point, I drew the line. I don't know how good your memory is, Mick.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know exactly what I said.
And you know my answer. I've only got small hands.
Yeah,
Moving very swiftly on. So anyway, so he went away after all helping me all the rest of it, and he whipped one of my motors. I'm now one motor short.
Whoa! Hold up. If you're not going to tie down your engines in your workshop and left unattended, mate, that's what happens. As I just said to Bruce, when he goes on holiday, I'm more than happy to go over to his workshop and look after it for him. It's as simple as that. If it ain't nailed down, I'm going to whip it.
I'll tell you what, Henry, check his pockets.
So I walked away with a nice 5.5 horsepower Kubota engine. Very nice indeed.
Is that the older type? Is that
the older type? Yeah, the one with the PTO hang out the back loop.
And I also worked out where the boss is, Mick.
Oh, okay.
The boss is part of the clutch assembly.
All right, post it down, man.
You're right. Only weighs 600 weight.
Well, I'm sorry. Hang on, I'm sorry. If you had a workshop like mine, which was more organised, you would know where your stuff is. He
came in here. He's like a little wide-eyed boy. Oh, look at all this stuff here. Look at it here.
I'm a little bit like a magpie. If it's shiny, it's got to go in the van. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. The little van went out back on the springs. He went.
How did you get a logo?
That's my buddy.
What do you mean he's my buddy? Tickle, 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 tickle.
That's pretty impressive.
Thanks for taking my phone number off there, Ken.
Don't even start me off. He's got a brand new blinking t-shirt on. Look at him. Look, poser.
Oh, Bruce.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
You can cut it there, boy. You can cut it.
So yeah, I had a nice little trip down to see Conquer. He fed me. He gave me a cup of coffee. I had 2 wheeze in his toilet, and done a bit of editing. And we had a good time. He's even got a toilet in his toilet. Really?
No.
Yeah. Over here, all we got is a bucket. He's got one. You can do that
in his workshop. You got plumbing in your workshop.
We got a skeleton in the toilet.
Hang on.
In there.
Hold on. That's the point. You haven't got a toilet in your workshop, have you?
In mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that on the outside of the door?
You might want to check it all. You might want to check it all in your lathe.
Hey, you're only adding what's already there, mate.
I gotta get ready to start getting kids moving around and stuff like that. So thanks a lot.
Yep.
Good to see y'all.
All the very best.
Take it easy.
We'll see y'all next time we get on.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Say bye to Bree. Bye.
There goes Ron.
Ooh, I made it to the top row.
I like
Yeah.
That's right.
Well done. You made it to the top row, you two. Absolutely fantastic. Well done.
I'm
So,
down
so yeah, it was good fun, and it's always nice to meet a fellow YouTuber because obviously Conker does have his own channel. How many Conker now? 1,000? What is it? 1,028? No, what? You subscribers?
Me?
Yeah.
175.
175. Well done. He's doing brilliant.
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Oh, Lord.
If you get that editing sorted and get some videos out, that will rise.
Yeah, well, it will do, and it's like I said to Ken, you know, a long time ago. You know, we had lots of videos of Ken starting a chainsaw, and then he'd bug off into the garage for 15 minutes trying to find a 10mm nut, and you just sat there looking at a brick.
Well, somebody did say to me, Mick, to be honest, why don't you do more videos of you mending stuff? And I said, to be honest with you, who want to sit there watching me, either swearing, on my hands and knees trying to find a part I dropped, or bleeding? So there's no point.
Yeah, but
You're talking about half of my channel there.
It happens, you know.
Will you edit all that out and you have some good shorts videos?
Yeah.
You know, Bruce, I'm just curious, Bruce, if you took out every one of your videos that has carb cleaning in it, how many would you have left?
4.
20%.
Well, carb cleaning is one of the main things, actually, isn't it?
That's-
I find myself doing it all the time.
Some guys don't clean carbs online, and I think the average guy out there, not you guys that are all experts at cleaning stuff, but the average guy doesn't realize that a Briggs & Stratton Craftsman is the same as a Briggs & Stratton Murray. He thinks he's got a Briggs & Stratton Craftsman with a 7.5 horsepower, which is actually 7.5 foot-pounds torque. So he thinks he has to wait for that unit, and that's why I clean a carburetor from.
And that's and you said that, I don't know, probably 6 months ago, and I heard that because I was like, well, I've already done this carb cleaning video. Why do another one? And I realized you were exactly right. People want to see they're looking up their model and their unit, and they don't realize that it's an MTD mower with a Briggs & Stratton engine or an AYP with a, you know, they don't understand that stuff. They got this machine, and that's why they want to figure out how to fix it. So I've taken your advice to heart.
I've got one coming out tomorrow, and actually,
you have a flip side of a coin. Sorry, Luke. Go on. You go ahead, mate. Sorry, Luke.
Yeah, I've got one coming out tomorrow. A carb cleaning video. Yeah.
Well, you know, look.
Yeah.
It's not just about the carb cleaning. I spend half my life cleaning carburetors, right? And then I'll then go in the front room, grab a cup of coffee, and Bruce comes up, and I'm watching somebody clean a carburetor that I just cleaned 10 minutes ago myself. You know.
Yeah.
So it's not to me. It's not about the carburetor. I like to watch Bruce's channel because I like to watch Bruce. You know, and he's funny. Don't ever tell him this. He's funny, you know, and he's got good drive within his videos, and he makes me feel good about myself. You know,
I don't see the humor in my videos, eh?
Oh, Bruce, you should see it from where I'm watching.
And you know, you guys know my dad passed in June, and there was a little bit of a drop in my chippiness of my humor. And I didn't notice it until now because I got my mojo back, and I did lose it for a while, and that's okay. You know, it happens.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's more than okay.
I did a video only last week of the MTD I did, you know, with the total rebuild, the deck repair and stuff.
Yeah.
Got it all back together, took it out, and did a video of me starting it up to show everybody. Pulled the drive handle, and nothing happens.
Mick, you pronounced it correctly.
I think the belt come off. Oh, damn thing.
It's what it is, you know. You've got to. I believe when you get a decent following of a community behind you, people will watch your channel just because they like to watch it. Oh my lord, he's put a video out. What is he up to today? What's going to happen in today's episode? No, it could be anything. So,
Gordon, I think should have thousands and thousands of watchers.
Well, you know, it's what it is. You know, every single day. I mean, don't forget, I'm watching videos in Canada and America, and even the scenery or something's different. You know, in the view, you know, like your garden walk around video you do, Bruce. You know, there's different flowers and bits and pieces, and you know, everything's different out there. You know, so Like I say, people don't always just watch a video of what you're doing, but they're looking in the background to see what colour your curtains are, or you know, all this sort of stuff. It's what people do. You know,
it was like Ken's video he just put out with the garden. I wanted to see what it was around like in his garden and all the mowers outside the garage and all that.
You're just being nosy, same as the rest of us.
Hey, Cocker, when's the next cruise? I found this picture off your last cruise.
It's in 11 days' time, mate.
Really? You're going to get in 11 days' time.
Mick, is that little statue that you have in the rock garden Monica Piss?
Yes.
It is, huh?
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's either Monica piss or taking the piss, one or the other. Yeah, it is. And there you go. You see, you spotted that. Not a lot of people did spot that. And, I know, but when I'm doing videos and Mrs. P's got the washing out, I know people saying trying to find a pair of knickers on the line to make a comment. I know that. I'm not stupid. I take some off first. You know, I mean, that's what it is.
Stella, when you do your name, you know, hi, I'm not.
That's right.
Ian, my name is Stella. That's
right.
Cute. And that you should push that a little further. You should, that works. That works.
It just started purely by accident. I started that and I said it's kind of fun, it's humorous, and I'll just keep going with it. So that's it. That's what I do.
And that's what makes your channel unique
right.
to you. And that's what if half of the people that I watch sometimes took a leaf out of our books and just make it about you.
Have some fun.
Have some fun. Exactly that. Have some fun and enjoy it, because repairing engines and what we get up to shouldn't be taxing, although sometimes it can be. Especially like trying to watch Bruce trying to start a Tecumseh engine and pull it about 138 times in one video. I think I counted 138. Bruce, I did feel for you. But it's what it is, you know. And I know when Bruce made that video, and when he finished it all up, and when he sat there editing, I bet he thought, Mick's gonna love this. I can just see it, you know, a little chuckle, because that's what it's all about, you know. Mm-hmm. Oh, hello, Laura. When did you sneak in your background?
Oh, only a couple of seconds.
Hi, Laura.
Hello.
Thank you very much for my cupcakes.
They're not all for you.
Okay, say that again, Laura. Say that again, Laura. No, you're muted, love. Can't hear a word you're saying. Funny enough. Mrs. P's already got a dibs on one already, so I know that's going to happen any day soon. Right, people. Unfortunately, I can talk all night long, but I'm not going to, because Mrs. P's got work tomorrow, and I'd like to go and see her and before she goes to work and goes to bed and whatever. So I'm going to say good night to you all now. Check out, for those of you in the chat, check out these wonderful panelists up here. And don't forget, Mend It Man is slowly approaching his 1,000 on his channel. So if you don't yet have Mend It Man, go and check him out. Give him a subscribe. It is completely free. It doesn't cost you any direct debit money at all. Over there, you will see my Amazon wish list in his description. Feel free to check out my Amazon wish list. And look after yourselves. I'll see you all soon. Stay safe, and catch you on the next one. Don't forget, Ken is live tomorrow, and then Conker, you're live tomorrow night, Conk?
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow night, mate.
Tomorrow night, you'll be live. Videos at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I hear that. Right,
look all you gotta tell me is what time you get up, and I'll change it.
Yeah.
Right, see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye,
everybody. Thank you very much.
Everybody.